अदरवाइज पीपल कैन अनम्यूट उसकी कोशिश करो कोई भी होस्ट है तो होस्ट करना बाकी बहुत अच्छा सुनते हैं बात करते हैं अदरवाइज पीपल कैन अनम्यूट उसकी कोशिश करो कोई भी होस्ट है तो होस्ट करना बाकी बहुत अच्छा सुनते हैं बात करते हैं अदरवाइज पीपल कैन अनम्यूट उसकी कोशिश करो कोई भी होस्ट है still allow you to unmute myself इसकी एडमिन की सेटिंग्स सिक्योरिटी के कोई अप्रोच करना otherwise people can unmute उसकी कोशिश करो कोई भी होस्ट है still allow you to unmute myself इसकी एडमिन की सेटिंग्स अगर आपको होस्ट
moment in time flanked by what was and what could be.
I want to raise my income.
I should go for the promotion.
Maybe I could solve the problem.
Every now has the potential to be a punctuating moment in time, a kinetic explosion of what could be.
I want to raise my
Only
income.
comes when you take
I should
action
go for
in
the
the now.
promotion.
We delay
Maybe
our
I
now
could solve
in the
the
name
problem.
of good timing or convenience, but they are thin veils for a deeper truth. We fear explosion of what could be.
I don't think I can.
Comes when you take
What if I
I
can?
should go for the
in the
promotion.
now.
I've never
We
been
delay
good
our
at
I
now
could solve
in the
the
name of
problem.
good
So
timing
you
or
stop.
convenience, but they
I'll
are
think about it
veils
more.
for a
You'll do
deeper
that
truth.
2 months from now.
Right. If I can postpone it, I can get ready.
Yet we only really get one now, which we sacrifice for later.
I had that idea once.
I missed my chance.
If I had only stepped up.
No opportunity waits. Leap into your now.
Khawateen o Hazrat, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, namaskar, sar sri akal, wherever you are. This is your friend Dr. Faz from Learn to Grow Rich. Today, I would like to welcome all of you to the Learn to Earn seminar facilitated by Learn to Grow Rich. It's my honor and pleasure to have you all here. A lot of my friends are joining me right now. Thank you very much for joining us. Folks, we are going through a challenge. COVID-19 makes us crazy. And every single day, we are getting more frustrated, more confused, more desperate how to cope with this problem. But here the people are who can walk us through this challenging situation, who can turn our adversity into an opportunity. Today, it's a pleasure for me to have a team of those coaches, trainers, and speakers, thought leaders who are going to teach us, who are going to tell us, and who are going to train us how to cope with this situation. So get ready. We are ready to get started. I have so many great thought leaders and friends with me right now. They all are almost here, and with the passage of time, you will see a lot more are coming in. So let's get started with the person I'm very, very admired of. He is a person, if you want to learn the persistence in your life, watch this gentleman. He runs the first English morning talk show in Bangladesh. He's been doing this show over 400 some shows consistently, not missing even a day. And you know, the success is always a daily agenda. With the profession, by profession, he's a banker, but he's a thought leader. And he is a teacher, tutor, trainer, whatever you name it. He's one of the gentlemen I always look at him and learn the persistence and consistency from him. He is a TEDx speaker, and he is one of those speakers who can speak, I believe, hours and hours, but unfortunately, we don't have that much time today. We would love to request all our speakers, please keep in time so we can not mess up with our following speakers. So please help me welcome my friend, Mr. MD Nazrul Islam. MD Nazrul Islam. Please
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
turn
you
on
so
your.
much, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
It's a great pleasure for me to attend your very esteemed, very fantastic conference, online conference. I'm so glad, so happy to be with this show, with this great platform. So, as you shared some of the events, some of the issues that is we are passing on the crisis moment. At the very moment, what we see, it is all about goes to the one term is leadership. The leadership, because everything rise and falls on leadership. How the leaders are playing their role, how leaders are moving forward. Are we leaders? So how will you define the leadership? Wherever we see, everywhere is a leader. But are we that leader who are leading the globe towards that productivity? As John C. Maxwell shared, there are 5 levels of leadership. So as we see that the people are, we listen that people are the part of the company. They are basically, they are the company, right? And the leadership is not powership. So how do you define that leadership in your term? Is leadership a position, or a leadership is a title only, or it's a lifestyle? Leadership influence people, leadership change shared vision and lead change, empower people. So a lot of terminology are there for leadership. So who are leader? If we can say that is, even a kid, even a child can talk about leader who takes care of me, who nurture me, who support me, who cares me. They are the leaders. So John C. Quince said one quotation: if your action inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and to become more, you are a leader. And John C. Maxwell defines the leadership is a leader who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So leaders must know the way, how to go, because they know the path. So if I don't know the path, I cannot lead others, right? I cannot lead the people or even a kid. So John C. Maxwell shared the 5 levels of leadership. The first one is obtaining a position. And the second one is permission. Third one is result production. And fourth one is people's development. And fifth one is pinnacle. So there are a step-by-step process how to transform from position to pinnacle, because in every stage there are some strategy, there are some steps, but it's not fixed for that position. But what the basic things, what you need to have an individual to become a great leader. So leadership is influence. That's a leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Whenever we get the position, actually we don't have any influence. We actually get the position. We don't have connection with our people. We are very new. We got the new position, and in this position is most importantly what we need, the self leadership and the transformation. We need the transformation. The transformation is how to transform because transformation is self-discovery, self-identification, self-development, self-awareness, self-talk, and self-mastery. What we are talking to ourselves, what is going on in our mind, what is in our subconscious mind, how it is being controlled by the external environments or internal environments. There's the self-mastery, because in this position, in this level, we need to discover ourselves. We need to identify, where is my belief? What is my level of understanding? What is in my belief, in my subconscious mind? The subconscious mind controls everything. As you know, the subconscious mind controls our 95% of the decision, because everything is controlled by our subconscious mind. Whatever we take the decision, we can, as Buddha said, that is, what do you think? You can be. Because it's a human potential. We have that kind of capacity. We can achieve whatever we desire. As in, subconscious mind is controlled by some of the emotion we have, that positive emotion and the negative emotion. If our subconscious mind is controlled by our positive emotion, that is, we can achieve a lot of things. Even we can make something impossible possible. As we heard the very two leaders, Bonnie St. John's, who had no legs, who had one leg, and she won the Olympics. And she is a great speaker right now. You know that is the other speakers from Australia. Yes. And we know about Muniba Jahabi from Pakistan. She was unable. She got hurt, but she discovered herself and she achieved her leadership at the level of 5. So in the second level is permission level. The permission level is whenever we got the position, actually from the positional level, we have no relationship with others. So at the permission level, we need to win the heart of the people. And to win the heart of the people, we need to listen. We need to recognize them, love them, and finally win the heart of the people. Basic foundation is relationship is kind of, hey, I like you. The 5 question we can ask. Hey, I like you. Hey, I am like you. Because you have similarity. You see, is whenever I met with Dr. Faz Mehmood in last 2020 during the pandemic, we shared in a discussion, and he really shared his insight, and I got really great inspiration from his sharing, and that inspired me to keep it, to learn, to keep my persuasion, to keep my strive continuously, because we are together, and whatever I proposed him, he responded very quickly. As a leader, support always win the heart of others. I'm here for you, because the third person is I'm here for you, and you are safe in my hand. You are safe in my, so other will feel that they are safe in your hand, and I can add value to you. The building rapport is one of the most powerful, and to build a rapport is a servanthood, to be a servanthood to the people. And the level 3 is production. That is, a production is delivering the results. So first one was the self-mastery. The second one was the winning the heart, connecting the people. A leader can change the lot of the nation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. And the third level is production level, because you are in a position, you win the heart of the people. Then second force is that you're actually producing, you're earning. You set an example, leading by example, because you have to do, but by leading example, leaders gain influence and credibility. So in this level, what we see, the work gets done, goals are achieved, profits goes up, and turnover goes down, and momentum kicks in. Momentum. The real momentum keeps. But that's not enough. And the fourth level is people's development. People's development is the fourth level. Is production is not enough, because whenever production, we are not happy by earning money. We're happy by developing others leaders. Though Dr. Faz Mehmood is doing really great job. I appreciate and I'm so glad, so happy to be connected with this global forum. Because people are an organizational most appreciable assets. As growing leaders is the most effective way to accomplish vision. Because one is a very simple number to go. We need a group, we need a people, we need team, we need to develop. And every human being has the potential. Every human being can contribute. Every human being can play their own role. So why not we develop people? The people's development, law of the lead, we see that because a leader's growth determines the growth of the followers. So whenever a leader does not grow, their followers will not grow. Because whenever leaders grow, their followers will grow. So leaders must take the initiatives to grow, to learn, to share. And leader cannot develop others without developing himself or herself. Yes? So in this level, there is a five aim state process of development. 5 aim is the number 1 is aim for model. Model is leading by example. Because whatever you are taking the initiatives. You are thinking that you need to grow your people. So you take the initiatives to lead others. And number two, mentor, learn how to mentor and monitor, motivating others, and multiplying the leaders. Developing potential leaders is the sign of those leaders is be a good listener, develop plan for potential growth, keep the growth going, give them varied experience, and strive for excellence and encourage them to challenge. And the final one is pinnacle. Pinnacle is what the leadership builds the very powerful skills. The pinnacle, there's a growth will be potential. When the leaders grow leaders, and at that level, the leader achieve the pinnacle level. In that level, the integrity is the first one skills. Integrity, the vision, the powerful vision, the positive influence, the passion, servanthood, and confidence. These are the very basic skills a pinnacle leaders must have. And I'm really grateful to this Learn to Grow show and this conference, and I'm so glad, so happy to learn from all leaders. I hope that this conference will be a very successful one, and we can learn from each other. It is a not leadership, not a one-and show. It's a partnership. It's a glowing, not growing, it's a glowing. So I'm looking forward to that. And whenever I feel that I'm learning leadership, and definitely I can contribute, I can share my experience, how I have grown from very simple level to this level, because I believe, the only belief helped me to come this level and desire, high desire, and the big desire. Whenever we have the desire, the powerful desire, as per Napoleon Hill said that all achievements start from desire. The starting point of all achievements is desire. So if we have the strong desire, powerful desire, and we can nourish ourselves and we can achieve that level, and every human being has that potential. And I'm trying to contribute in the community. And if anyone definitely asks me or can come forward, that definitely I can help them. And it's free. Sometimes it's a group discussion. We are helping the leaders. We can empowering leaders. Already 18 speakers are working at the group, and they're supporting each other. Through this process, we are developing, and continuous learning and growing is a powerful tool of a leader, any leader, because this is the only source we can move forward. And hopefully we can take that momentum, because leadership is a momentum. We can grow, we can empower, and by waking up early in the morning and by empowering ourselves. The self-empowerment is one of the major tools we can adopt. The self-mastery. Through self-mastery, starting from self-mastery, we can achieve the pinnacle. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, MD Nazrul Islam. Big round of applause for Mr. MD Nazrul Islam, you are a great leader. You are a great speaker. I'm totally impressed from your persistence and consistency. And every morning when you, at 5 o'clock in the morning, to wake up people and get on his show is not an easy task, my friends.
Thank you.
We all are thought leaders, but he is one of the greatest person I saw who could do that. So please keep it up, and looking forward to have more events like this together, and anything which you need from all this team which is presenting today, we are more than happy to support you in Bangladesh, whatever you need.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's my
It's
pleasure.
my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
It's an honor. Thank you very much, folks. Now let's move on. But before I move on, let me make sure that you don't get upset when I speak in two languages, because a lot of our audiences are in Pakistan, and a lot of people, they are not as good in English like us. So let me just speak a couple words in that. Like Mr. Nazrul Islam explained the 5 levels of leadership. Greatest topic and greatest thing I learned from my guru, my teacher, my business partner, from John C. Maxwell himself. And if you guys would like to know more in Urdu, I have a whole video on YouTube on this specific subject, 5 levels of leadership. If you would like to hear that and you want to understand it, make sure you can go on my YouTube channel and you can watch. आप लोग देख सकते हैं मेरे YouTube चैनल पर ये 5 लेवल ऑफ लीडरशिप का, जिसका जिक्र नजरुल इस्लाम साहब ने बांग्लादेश से किया। वो आसान और जिसे कहते हैं आम ज़बान में मैंने कोशिश की है समझाने की पाकिस्तानी दोस्तों को या हिंदुस्तान के जो हिंदी बोलने वाले दोस्तों को। तो आप देख सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं, सुन सकते हैं, और उस पर फिर आपके जो भी सवालात हों हम उनको आगे चल के जवाब भी दे सकते हैं। चलते हैं हम आगे। लेट मी मूव ऑन। Today, our second speaker is, she is a Canadian radio, television host, and podcaster. In this information age, my friends, like I usually say that the last century was the industrial revolution century. So we were in the industrial age. But in this new century, the things are totally dynamically changed. Now we are in information age. And in information, you know, it's totally a new idea. The idea is the new currency, and creativity is the new wealth. And she is one of them who adopted this so quick and so great, and became a very top-notch Canadian radio and television host. She was born in Chile and raised in Brazil, and now she's in Canada and doing a lot of great things. She's a motivational speaker, she is a storyteller, and I say she helped, like in 59 countries, people to become a podcaster. And today, we all have this opportunity. She's among us, and we would love to learn how to become a podcaster. This is one of my dreams too, Lizzie. So please help me welcome my friend, Lizzie Trefo. Lizzie Trefo from Canada. Please turn on your camera, please. And
there you go. Thank you. Thank you. You had me at mute. Wow. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I feel so honored, Dr. Fazal. Again, Rizwan, love you so much. You have given me this honor to speak in front of the world. Through hello to my friends in Pakistan and Bangladesh and US, Dubai, obviously here my followers in Canada and the United States and South America, and the list goes on. So thank you, thank you. Nazal, you talked about being a leader and so it's so pertaining to what I'm going to talk about today is being a leader. But you were always not a leader, correct? Like I wasn't always a leader, and this is something that we develop, as you mentioned it on your talk. I'm going to talk a little bit about dream to become a leader. And I've mentioned my story many times, but for the ones that don't know me, I am Lizzie, the host and one of the producers, because now we have a little team of the Lizzie T show right here in Toronto, Canada. And as Dr. Fazal alluded, over 59 countries had been following me. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this dream before I became a leader. My dream as a little girl was to become a TV host and interviewer and podcaster, and to be in front of the television. Now, think about, I was like 6, 7 years old, and I was with this huge dream. And if you think about your 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old, when you were, if you close your eyes, it probably will take you, to that place, when you're playing trucks and you wanted to become a firefighter, right? Or an astronaut, or go to the moon, or be a doctor, right? And did anybody follow those dreams? Did anybody did anything about it? Some of us did, and some of us didn't. And that was my case. I didn't. Although I wanted to become this journalism and be on TV and interview people, not because I wanted the spotlight. Just wanted to make that clear. Not because I wanted the spotlight, is because I wanted to know people, help people, get the news out there. I remember when I was young, very, very young, and I used to my parents used to have like an anniversary, and we had not a lot of means. I used to create plays, and I used to go and interview my parents for Mother's Day. By the way, in Canada and the United States, I think we're celebrating Mother's Day tomorrow. So huge hello to my precious mother, my best friend. So happy Mother's Day for all the Mother's Days in the world that are celebrating. And so I used to do role plays, and then after the show was done, I used to pick up a little stick. I actually had a stick with me, and I don't know where I put it because I've been doing this talk for so long. And I used to go, "Hi, Mom. How was your day? How is it like to be a mom? What do you think about this?" And I used to do that to my dad, to my brothers, and my sister, and my friends used to hated me. Because I was always on people's faces, always bothering them when questioned, what do you think the weather is going to be like today? That kind of stuff, little kid stuff. But if you think about little kid stuff, it becomes sometimes a reality, a dream, and you become, like he said, a leader. And time went by, and life went on, and things happen in everybody's life, including mine. And guess what happened? My dream just faded away. I didn't pursue it. But you know what? Sometimes when you have that dream in your heart, that important thing that is itching inside of your soul and itching inside of your heart doesn't let you go, even though you put it on the back burner. Even though you put it in a place that you don't want people to see, it bothers you. Something is missing. Your creativity is not there. And I suggest to any of you that even though you have a full-time job, even though you are working, try to always go back to that little boy or the little girl's dream. One day, and this is going back now 7 years almost, I was reading to I have 2 young girls, and that's my why over there. This is my home studio, by the way. Those are my why. This is why I do this. This is when I want to be a leader. This is why I want to tell you that dreams are important. I want to tell my little girls that dreams are important. And I was reading to my little girls a book that is very, very known here in Canada or even the United States, The Little Train That Can. And you could do anything. You can't climb the mountain. And I stopped reading the book. Do you know why? I stopped reading the book because it brought me back to my 5-6-year-old dreaming to become a journalist, dreaming to find out the news, dreaming to know people. And you know what? I stopped reading the book and I went to the bathroom and I cried. And I didn't know why I was crying. I was crying because I knew something was missing in my life. I knew that something, that my creativity, my creative side wasn't there anymore. I mean, I was okay financially. I have what I needed to survive, to make ends meet. But that dream, that creativity, that leadership wasn't there anymore. And then I thought about it, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start a radio show. So what if it doesn't work? Isn't it interesting that you already, as a limited mind, he was talking about Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite books, right? We already put ourselves in limited beliefs. And I did it. I researched. I did not go to school in journalism. I researched, what does it take to be on a radio? What does it take to do it? And I researched. I went, my best friend, Google, and I find out how to open a line and how to create and how to get mics and how to get all that good stuff. And I did it thinking that it wasn't going to work. However, the reason I did it is to prove to my girls that even though that you have that dream, it doesn't work, at least you tried it. At least you just did it. To my surprise, I started doing Sunday night, by the way. Sunday night, I figured nobody's going to listen nowhere, right? I'm already sabotaging myself. Nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to pay attention. My style, as you can see here, the theme of the show is tell me who you are, what you do, contact info, anything new. And I can take credit for that. His slogan is my husband. He came up with that because I always ask those questions anyways. So he said it was a perfect fit for me. And I asked this question and I did it for about six months or so. Every night I figured nobody will listen. One day I got an email from a lady in the UK, author, coach, writer, entrepreneur, the works. I'm still friends with her. And she said, Lizzie, I love your style. And I'm thinking, what style? I love what you do. And I'm thinking, what do I do? I'm going to Canada. I'm going to promote my brand new book. And I want you to interview me. And I want you to be there with me. And I want you to, and I want. And I'm thinking, wow, that's cool. You know, this is a once in a lifetime. It's probably not going to happen again. So she asked me, do you have PayPal? Now, this is 7 years ago, guys. I had no background in marketing. I mean, I've done lots of stuff now. And so I Googled, what is PayPal? Like, believe it, like, really. So I find out what PayPal is. And I said, yes, I do now. Didn't say that to her. So she says, how much do you charge? And I gave her X. And I'm thinking, I'm going to charge something really expensive. So that way she was, you know, so she wouldn't pay, or I'm just going to, again, limiting beliefs, thinking that this is not going to work. Right. And I did. And she said, this is perfect. She sent me the payment. I'm thinking, OMG. So the rest is history, everyone. The rest is history. I've been doing radio online for since really 5 years is when I actually registered my company, which is called JNL PR Productions and PR. And I've been doing this because I'm receiving income. I had to, in Canada, it's a good idea to register as a company, as a PR company. And I've been getting income. So obviously it's a good idea to register for government income tax purposes. My accountant is unbelievably surprised with everything that I've been doing. And one of the things that I have to share with you is, number one, that little dream that you had when you were a little boy, little girl, it could be your next career. It could be your job. It could be your next entrepreneurship. It could be that next great thing that would take you out of that monotonous, or out of that rat race that you're doing that is not satisfying you. And again, you could do it on the side. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to do this all at once. So how did I do it? How did I become the celebrity here in Canada? I'm going to give you 5 tips that really, really worked with me and that really made me big. Again, we talked about number 1 is being the dream, and follow it and go with it. Even if you fail, try something different, try something else. Maybe it's not that way. Maybe you can perfect. And I'm the type that listen to my podcast and watch to my videos all the time because I know I have to improve. We all do, right? We all have to we have a growth, right? Nobody knows everything. I always tell my little girls, mommy doesn't know everything, and I'm gonna ask for it. I'm gonna ask for a question. I'm gonna ask. So ask people. Ask people. Now, by the way, the podcast, my radio is not just there. I have a YouTube channel, and last year with the pandemic, I started my very first. It's been a year. My very first IGTV show. Now, some of you may know or may not know what IGTV is. So Instagram is becoming so huge in places like India and South America, because the applications and the internet is so we in Canada and the United States are very privileged, right? So we have in those places in South America with the internet difficulties. IGTV, Instagram Live, has become the greatest thing from another platform for me to interview and to develop and to promote people around the world. And that is something that I kind of stomped on, and I said, hey, another platform, why not? So I was going to give you 5 tips before I ran out of time. What I started to do at the beginning, other than from my very first client, giveaways. And there's 2 giveaways. One is somebody who has no means of paying for my services, work out a deal. Sometimes we exchange, so partnerships. You give me this, I give you that, and you promote me this, well, I'll promote you that way. So those are great to start to create your clientele, to create your circle, to create your network, to create your peeps, the people that will follow you, that like that you do. And a lot of people not gonna like Lizzie T, and I'm okay, and not everybody, and Lizzie T's not gonna like everyone. So just keep that in mind. Just do your thing and get to your own circle, people that identify with you. So giveaways. Now, the other giveaway that I like to give is partnership with my guests. And so my guest is going to come to my show, and I'm going to ask him, by the way, I'm going to be doing a draw when you are on my show. Do you have a service or product that you would like to give away on my show? And that's another way of creating a circuit to your clients, your people. So we got 2, your own, right? Your own services, and somebody else's service that could come to your circle and give something away that they were offering. Number 2 is at the places in the world. And I know I'm in Canada, so I should just speak English or Francais. But I realized that the world is a lot bigger, and I am very fortunate to be able to speak other languages. So I can speak a bit French and Spanish and Portuguese and Italian. So I thought, why do I have to concentrate myself here in Canada? Why do I have to concentrate myself in just speaking English? I speak other languages. I can target, and right now, as a matter of fact, I've been collaborating. That's another word, right? Collaboration. I'm collaborating with a team in South America and Argentina. I am not from Argentina, but I do speak the language. And so I'm partnership with them. They're having a singing contest, and I was able to sponsor them, and I was able to get sponsors. And the singing person that will win, as a matter of fact, tomorrow is the battle, right? The two people were selected, and it's the battle. Huge exposure for them, huge exposure for me, and that's how I achieve all those followers. So don't concentrate yourself in one area. Remember, we are right now on the internet. The whole world is on the palm of our arm via the internet, via a cellular, a cell phone, via a tablet. So expand your mind and reach people that you don't think that you're ever going to reach, because you do, especially nowadays, especially in these times, especially with COVID, especially with lockdown. Our internet and social media and the internet is our best friend. And the other thing is to try to sell your services. I have my website. My prices on my website are very, very different than when I started to use other places on the internet that sell your product for a lot less, service or product for a lot less than your regular website. So to get, again, a bigger circle, to get a client, try to use places like Gigabucks and Fiverr, and there is many other places that you can actually get clients or sell your services that way. How am I doing for time? Good. I got a timer, a clock here. The third thing that I would like to give you is a book. Write your story. I know a book doesn't mean a lot for a lot of people. Maybe you said, well, Lizzie, I don't have a huge story. I'm just a normal person. Your life is special. Your life, what you've gone through, is unique. No one has ever gone through what you have gone through. And I can guarantee you there is some special something about you that someone else will probably can learn, will probably be able to utilize, and will probably be able to learn from you. I am very honored that I was able to publish my book, which it gives me a credibility. And this book is called The Greener Side: My Life and Lessons of Journey of Foreign Happiness. Basically, this is my story about how my family came to Canada, all the trials that we had to come to this country, trials that I went through, abuse that I went through before I was a leader, before I became this known podcaster. So a book doesn't have to be a huge book. It doesn't have to be, hundreds of pages, just a little biography to give you credibility and to give people, something that it's tangible. So that's another suggestion, is with time. And this book's only been published for just a year now, so it hasn't been that long. The other thing that I recommend is products. People love to receive something that it identifies them of being on your circle. So I either sell or like to give away my Lizzie T mug. It's just basically in Bangladesh. I love the places that are a lot less expensive than Canada. So I can order a box of this from India, from China for a lot less cost. So you guys are a huge advantage. So products, purses, bags, and mugs, for me, I use it all the time. It identifies my my customers with me, and it just gives them that a little bit of distinguished person that I am serious on what I'm doing. So products is book and product is something that you might want to consider. I do have, Dr. Fazal, I do have 40 minutes. I just wanted to make sure. I can't hear you, sweetheart.
Right. You still have 10 more minutes to speak.
Okay, thank you so much. 10 more minutes. I appreciate that. And I got my timer with 10 more minutes because I really think that is not polite to go over people's time. I appreciate you. The last thing that I recommend, once you know what you're doing, once you know who your perfect client, your perfect target is, then create a service or a product. So in my case, I created a coaching service for people that would like to be a Lizzie T or a podcaster or a TV personality in your own country or in your own place. So I created several packages. You can see it on LizzieT.com so people can sign up. I can coach them. So I became from a dreamer to a doer to a leader. And that's by using all of those methods. And I'm telling you, this is not something that I completely had figured out all at once. It came within 5 years, and it came, and I embraced it. As soon as new things came, and as soon as something came to my way, I didn't say, no, I can't do it. This is impossible. Who am I? A Latina immigrant from South America? No, if I could do it, so can you. If I'm able to have clients and speak to people, very important people all over the world, so can you. If I was able to get my book published with my story, which is just my life, just my biography, so can you. So I want you to think about all my examples, and maybe you can utilize one or two, or maybe you can use none, but just give you the idea. But the most important thing is follow your dream. Follow your dream, because every time your dream, when you were that child, is what you should have done from get-go. And I know life comes and work and commitments and children's and all that. Find your why. My why are my girls. Find your why. And I'm very fortunate too. I have a very supportive husband, which really, really makes sure that I do everything that I set out to do. And coaches. I now have hired coaches to help me out with getting into the next level, because comes to a time that you become a little bit too comfortable and a little bit too cocky and think, wow, I can do everything. But there is always a next level. So once you are in the level that I am, I want to go higher. And then I hire somebody who can push me to that little higher step that I wasn't there. I wasn't thinking about it before. And Rizwan, a very good friend, and introducing me to you guys to tell my story, it is that next step. But next, you guys are going to hear for another awesome person that is on the screen right now, Mr. Sugar Ray. But I want to thank you guys so much for listening, for getting my ideas and listening to my story. And hopefully I was able to encourage you or to give you little tips or a little inspiration. And the theme is, if I can do it, so can you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause for Lizzie. Thank you, Lizzie. It
My
was
pleasure.
awesome. And folks, now you heard that she has a book, The Greener Side. Please put your hands on to that and learn how to podcast, how to be happy, like you saw her happy face and excitement and enthusiasm. This is all contagious, folks. You can get it. So just learn. And now this is a great opportunity for all of us learning from each other, and not only the audiences who are watching us, who are listening us, but the thought leaders who are among us right now. It's a great way to connect with each other. So just be in touch, each and every one, and let's make this world better than whatever we have right now. Thank you very much, Lizzie, for your participation. I truly appreciate, and it's an honor and pleasure for us. Thank you. All right, so let's move on to the next speaker. I heard when I was very young, and still I read that when you become a great speaker, your speeches fades out after a while. But when you write a book, like Lizzie said, Napoleon Hill, MD Nazrul Islam said, Napoleon Hill. 90 years ago, the book was written, but still it's there. So your written words stays always there. And we have an opportunity to learn from a personality. I just got introduced to him only a day ago, but when I was reading about him, I was truly inspired. And he is not only a speaker, but he's an author, and he knows how to write. And honestly, this is one of my other dreams, that I wanted to be an author. So let's avail this opportunity. We have best of the best in the house. Get your pen and paper ready and take a lot of notes. And after even this program, we are not here only for 20, 30 minutes with you guys. We will be working with you in future too. So just get his information on Facebook, LinkedIn. He's all over, and you can go and spy on him and just get hold of him. Sugar Ray Destin Jr., he's a motivational speaker, author, and CEO of Claim Your Destiny Enterprises, LLC. He has worked with several organizations across the nation to impact the lives of several thousand people. He speaks with organizations how to overcome on their obstacles and improving their performance and increasing their self-confidence and increasing their revenue and all that. His company is been serving throughout the nation. He's always a busy guy. It's our pleasure and honor to have him for this 30 minutes. And these are very expensive 30 minutes, which we got from him. So please help me welcome. I don't want to waste an extra minute even out of that. Please help me welcome our new friend, author, speaker, and a great teacher, Mr. Sugar Ray Destin Jr.
Hey, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. I don't know if I'm worthy of all of that, but I want to thank everybody who is tuned in, who's tuned in from across the globe, and I know that there are way too many countries to actually mention. So I'll say thank you, everybody. Thank you globally. Want to send a special shout out to my brother and sister that are on here on this conference with me, Rizwan and Lizzie. Met these amazing people last year. I believe it was last year. We met and that bond was instantly formed. But I want to touch on the journey of becoming an author, right? So to date, just to humble brag, to date, the last 165 authors that we have worked with have all went on to become #1 bestsellers on Amazon. 20 of those have become #1 international bestsellers on Amazon as well. And what I love about what we get a chance to do is that most people say, I want to write a book. And I heard Faz say, hey, I want to write a book one day as well. And I'll say it this way. There's more than a book inside of each of us, because we've all been through different set of experiences, different set of struggles, different set of life experiences. But in order to go into it, let's go way back to when this journey first began for me. When I first started speaking, it was in 2010. And it didn't start as most people would think. I was actually working at a festival in Austin called South by Southwest. South by Southwest is one of the largest music festivals, music and entertainment festivals in the world. And so I was working, I wasn't working as an artist, I wasn't working as a speaker, I was working as security. I'm 6'7", dark skin. I've been told in some aspects that I have this presence, right? Depending on how you take that, it can be taken out of context as an insult. I take it as a blessing, because when I walk into a room, the room it's instantly like all eyes on me. And it's not a bad thing. But while I was working South by Southwest, I was doing security, and one of my friends from college passed by, and he was passing out his flyers. He passed out his information. And so I'm looked at the information, and at the very bottom, it said motivational speaker. Keep in mind, I was while I was on my journey, I was looking at how can I become a motivational speaker. So I stopped everything that I was doing and I ran down the street. I chased him about a block. And when I got to him, I said, "Hey, right here on your card, it says motivational speaker. How do I get in?" And he said, "Listen, I have an hour-long presentation this Thursday. Keep in mind, this was a Sunday, or this was a Saturday or Sunday." And him saying Thursday was me having to make adjustments and change my plans. Well, at that point, I was in between jobs, so I didn't have any plans. I said, "I'll be there," right? And he said, "I'll give you 10 minutes to speak. If you do a good job, then we'll go from there. I'll kind of teach you a few of the things." Well, that 10 minutes that he gave me, the kids in the presentation was at JJAEP, Juvenile Justice Alternative Education Program. This was a place where the kids that are quote unquote at risk, they've made mistakes. And I say made mistakes because a lot of times kids get in trouble and we say they're bad kids. No, they made one mistake. We've all made mistakes. It's just the difference between an at-risk kid and a regular kid is the at-risk kid got caught. The regular kid didn't. So I'm at this presentation for the at-risk youth. And while I'm at the presentation, the kids go from, they're engaged, they're energized, they're excited. The staff is energized and excited as well. And they said, so afterwards, me and my friend who became my mentor, Saul Paul, he said, okay, he said, "This was good." He said, "You did good. You kept their attention. You kept them engaged. Do you have anything that you can leave behind?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You got any training CDs, any audio CDs, anything?" I said, "Bro, I just started." And it was literally a conversation like that. Like, "This is my first day. What do you think?" And he said, "Okay." He said, well, we need you need to have something that you can leave behind with your audience, because if you want to be a speaker, then they aren't always going to have a budget to pay you as a speaker." I said, "Okay." He said, what do you do? What can you do? He said, "Can you write anything?" I said, "Oh yeah, I write poetry." I said, "I can write a poem and I'll leave that with the audience every time." He kind of chuckled at me, and it was just like this laugh, like, "Really? That's what you're gonna leave an audience to pay you for a poem?" I said, "Okay, well, what else can I do?" He said, "You write anything else?" I said, "Here's what I'll do. I'll write a book." I said, "I'll have it to you in 2 weeks." And he laughed at me. And anybody that has ever written a book understands why that 2-week book turned into a laugh. That book actually took me 5 years to write. And the reason that it took me 5 years is because I did go back I was doing a whole lot more speaking because he was coaching me along the way. And after that, I got into a job that ended up paying me really well. So I was like, I don't need this book. I'm just gonna stay at this job, and it's my security and my 9 to 5. Like Lizzie said, I'm in the rat race now, right? Well, 2014, something traumatic happened to me. My son's mom decided that she was done. And so I'm working overnight while I'm building my speaking career, and I come home to an empty house. She had taken all of her stuff, all of my son's stuff, and I was just left there with more questions than answers at this point, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of the sad part of the story. Fast forward 2 days, I drove from Austin to Houston because at that point I was like, I'm done. I'm just ready to give up. So I drove to Houston. It's July 6, 2014. And I'm driving around. And finally I end up at the back of this hotel, and I have a bottle of not aspirin, but ibuprofen, and I'm just popping pills. I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. And luckily, I was a knucklehead when I was younger, so my immune system was a little bit higher. So even though this is a serious situation, I got to make light of it, right? And God tapped me and was like, I'm not done with you. Because 3 days prior, I had just started a youth program for again, quote unquote, at-risk kids in Austin. He said, I got a lot more for you to do. So I got up from that point. Within 3 months, that book that I had started in 2010 finally came out. So I now have a book. I have the story, but I didn't know how to publish it. Like, who knows about Amazon your first time out, right? Who knows about Lulu.com your first time out? Who knows about Ingram Sparks? Who knows about all these? All you see are all these ads. We can do this for you. We can do that for you. We can do. I'm broke. And I was like, let me go back to the university I know, Google University or YouTube University and Dr. Google. Those became my best friends. And I had to figure it out. And in the process of figuring it out, I realized, okay, now I know what it takes to get published, but I want it done right. So as we fast forward, I still didn't have the confidence because I was like, nobody wants to hear my story. Nobody wants to hear what I've written about. I'm a motivational speaker, but who wants to hear motivation from somebody who doesn't have a college degree, who just lost his family, who's in between positions, going up and down in life? And finally, July 13th of 2015, I got up the confidence and I put a date on it and I published a book. Well, when I opened my first box of books, I'm sitting across from this young man. The young man was 7 years old at the time. And he looked at me with this look of admiration, this joy in his heart. And he said, Dad, when I get older, I want to be a speaker and an author too. Because he was holding my first book cover. I wish I had it right next to me. I don't have it next to me. But 2 years later, we published his first book. It was a children's book called Zayden's Awesome Adventures. And small plug, it's available everywhere. Go to lulu.com, amazon.com. You can go to walmart.com and get my son's book, Zayden's Awesome Adventures. Or you can message me and we'll get you an autographed copy signed by the author. So when we published this book in 2017, the next year we still had stuff to do. The next year we went on his first book signing tour. So we went to four locations, 2 of them in Austin, 1 in San Antonio, and the last one was in Houston. And guess where we ended up staying at? The same hotel that I was sitting behind popping pills. That moment, tears just started streaming down my face, but I turned away from my son because I didn't need him to see what had just transpired. The next year in the youth programs that I was running, there was a young lady who, at this point, she was a sophomore in high school. And I always ask the kids, what is it that you want to do with your life? Week 1, I want to be an author. Okay, slide right by it. Next month, I want to be an author. Slid right by it again. Finally, it's Thanksgiving break. And I said, listen, if I sent you everything that you need to do to become a published author, would you do it? in all caps. Yes. 3 months later, less than 90 days, she had turned in all of her chapters, and we published her book March 7th of 2018. So she's a sophomore in high school, and she's a published author at this point. That next month, April, my son was in town, because again, he stays with his mom, and he had his first paid speaking engagement. So remember, his bucket list at age 7 was speaker and author. So now he's tapped 2 things off of his bucket list. Fast forward a few months, and people keep asking me, how do you write a book? How do you write a book? And I said, it's easy. And I told Lizzie the first time that we interviewed, I said, I can tell you how to write a book in less than 30 seconds. I give y'all the game right now. In 30 seconds, this is how you write a book. Write your chapter out, write your chapter titles, write quick summaries of it, and then write. That's the book. That's how you write a book, right? So what I learned was that a lot of people were saying, I want to write a book, but they knew nothing about the business that goes with it. As an author, there's so many opportunities that open up to you. You can go into coaching. You can go into getting way more speaking engagements. Look at everybody that's on this conference. Most of us are authors, but we are all speaking, and we're speaking to an international crowd. That's part of the magic of having your book complete. But you have to know a few things. So I'm going to give y'all a few quick lessons. And somebody keep me honest on time. Somebody keep me honest on time, because if y'all can't tell, I love this. This is my passion. I love helping people that have a vision up here, turn it into a reality in their hands. So if you are looking at becoming an author, look at yourself as you're creating your empire, because that book opens up opportunities to open up new doors for you. Why? Because if you speak, there's a lot of people out there who will say, we want you to come and speak. They don't necessarily have funds for you to speak. That's okay. But if you have a book, you can turn a free speaking engagement into a paid speaking engagement. How? Sell copies of your books, right? Real life example of this. One of the guys that was in my first coaching group, he had his book. He had a speaking engagement at a high school. The principal said, yeah, we'd love for you to come. And here's something that a lot of educators will do. I'm not against the education system by far, but a lot of times they don't know where their budgets reside. So, and he said, I don't have a budget for you to speak. The guy said, wait a minute. My coach just told me to ask you. Okay, I got you. My coach just told me to ask you, what about a budget for books? Do you all have a budget for books? And the principal said, yeah, we got a budget for books. He said, here's what we'll do. We'll buy 20 copies of your book. And he said, okay. So if you do the math, the books, I tell everybody, if you've written a book, that's your blood, sweat, and tears that went into it. Don't charge less than $20. So they said 20 books. So you're going from 0 to 400. Principal later comes back and says, hey, as a matter of fact, we have well over 1,000 people that are going to be in attendance. So any student that wants a copy of your book, we'll go ahead and purchase a copy for them. Over 175 kids that day came and said, we want a copy of this book. So one speaking engagement, based on the fact that this person had a book written, netted them profit. So that's one of the first things. If you are writing your book, look for ways to create opportunities, whether it be in speaking, coaching, conferences, putting on seminars, putting on programs, putting on workshops. All of these things can come from that one book. You can create a retreat. You can create just like Lizzie said, you can create a podcast. There's so many opportunities that are out there for you to do it. But you need to know who's in your target audience. Because if you write a book and say it's for everybody, no, it's not. There's a certain group of people that are looking for the information that you have. Speak about something that you love, because when you speak from a place of passion, when you speak from a place of knowledge, of experience, you come off as the expert, and you don't come off trying to sound like you know when you don't know. Next thing, once you know your audience, you know who you're working for. The next thing is do it with excellence, right? Go and find those professional editors, professional cover designer, because the way that you present that book to people is the way that people will remember you. If you give them something in their hands that's less than excellent, guess what? They will not buy from you again. They're not coming back to you again, because they're going to say, my first experience with you was horrible. And lastly, know your brand. Know your brand. And I'm loving the branding that everybody has behind them. Once you know your brand, people begin to flock to it. If they know that you're known for a certain style of writing, if they know that you're known for certain colors, my colors are blue and gold. If you look, I have on a blue suit. What's behind me? Gold in the pictures, right? And blue is on Lizzie's. Yeah, Rashid, Rizwan. Let's so what I want to say to everybody is everybody has a story, and sometimes the story that you're hiding from others because it's painful to you, but you've overcome it, is the thing that they need to hear most, because that story of pain is going to help somebody that's in a dark place to get through. And if you don't want to write a book that's based on your life, then find a topic that you're passionate about, that you can explain well, and that you can deliver it with excellence. And remember, the story that you're holding on to is the one that's going to free you up. It may be the same story that you share that opens up doors for you to be on much larger platforms, and for you to change lives across this country, across this globe. Love everybody, and thank y'all once again for listening. Thank y'all for the opportunity. If you want to connect with me, I actually do have a free giveaway for everybody. It's a 90-day guide on how to write your book in 90 days, how to write and publish it. Go to sugarraydestin.com. That's www.sugarraydestin.com. If you are ready to take your book from your head and turn it into a reality and become a bestseller, then reach out to me and let's connect. I'd love to connect with everybody. Love y'all.
Thank you very much, my friend. Sugar, you fired me up. My book will be coming out, folks, in 90 days. Keep in mind, because I took his words and I will be doing it. There's no question about it. So I hope you all are learning a lot. What a treat we have. I believe for Pakistani, my friends, this is a gift for the Eid and for the holy month of Ramadan from us. Hope you are enjoying it, and please keep all of us in your prayers, because this is a holy month and you pray 5 times a day, and we need your prayers. The entire world needs your prayer, because we are going through this frustration of COVID, confusion, depression. Please, so make a prayer for all of us and for the rest of the world too. It was truly an honor to have Sugar here, and we learned how to write a book. Well, listen, I mean, these are the champs. These are the experts, and these are the consultants who tells you how simply you can do these things, which we think was so complex. But thank you, Sugar, for sharing your wisdom and your great story. That was an awesome story. And let's move on. And now I have to move to a gentleman who's an amazing young man. I say young man because he's younger than me. He thinks that he is an old guy and always talk like an old grandpa, but I always think he's a young man. He is very energetic, and nowadays things are it's just the way it is. People can't take my name without his and his name without me. We have such a great combination, and we have such a great collaboration. And he's a friend of mine. We have been working almost in the entire COVID period, and we have done so many great events. And also, you see us most of the time, almost every week, together on Facebook and YouTube lives. He's a TV host, he's an anchor, he's a banker, and he's trainer, he's coach. And I don't know what else I had to tell about him. So without further delay, you know him, everybody knows him. He's the man of the match so far. So please help me welcome my friend, my younger brother, Mr. Rizwan Rashid.
Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. And thank you so much for inviting me here today. And I love the intro. Thank you so much, Dr. Faz, for such a gracious interview. And I'm loving the conference so far because I'm learning, and my yearn to learn is going to drive me to earn as well. And I love the part of it when Brother Nazarul Islam talking about the leadership, how you creating more leaders as leaders, and Lizzie T about all about her immigrant story and turning out to be radio host, being the passionate world, and Sugar Ray, my brother from another mother, all about business of books. I know I have heard the story before, and every time I heard it's just a goosebump. But let me switch this to another language, and forgive me for that because I wanted to address the Pakistani audience in an Urdu language, so kind of learn. So आज का जो मौजू है वो है learn to earn. So if you're not going to learn, how are you going to earn, right? So I said first learn, then you will remove or you will lost the letter L, and then when you lost that letter L, you automatically started to earn. And the biggest idea, the biggest thing these days, जो हम कहते हैं वो है mindset change के लिए. आप अपना अगर mindset change कर दें तो आप कई चीजें अचीव कर सकते हैं. अब इसी learning को अगर हम earning में convert करना चाहते हैं तो इसका मतलब है हमें ये mindset जो change है वो दूसरे लोगों पे लाना चाहिए. हम कैसे दूसरे लोगों को समझा सकें कि वो अपना माइंडसेट कैसे चेंज करें. ये जब हम करेंगे तो इट मींस इट विल बिकमिंग द अर्निंग पार्ट ऑफ यू. गॉट इट? ओके. कैसे होगा इसके लिए एक छोटी सी आपको स्टोरी कहानी सुनाता हूं. चंद साल पहले मैं बॉस्टन से लॉस एंजलिस जाना था, तो मैंने फ्लाइट बुक की. आई थिंक इट वाज समटाइम इन जुलाई. तो जैसे ही मैंने फ्लाइट वो बुक की तो मुझे पास बोर्डिंग कार्ड आया, तो उसमें मुझे पता चला कि बॉस्टन से लॉस एंजलिस की फ्लाइट 9 घंटे की होगी. मेरे ज़हन में कभी नहीं आया था कि एक मुल्क के अंदर ही इतनी लंबी फ्लाइट होगी एक स्टॉप ओवर के बाद, क्योंकि हम देखते हैं कि इस्लामाबाद से कराची 2 घंटे से कम में हम पूरा मुल्क अबूर कर लेते हैं. तो वो माइंडसेट लिमिटिंग बिलीव था कि इतना लंबा तो हो ही नहीं सकता, लेकिन वो खैर था. खैर वो जहाज में बैठा तो जैसे ही मैं शिकागो एयरपोर्ट पे आई, सॉरी अटलांटा एयरपोर्ट पे जो स्टॉप ओवर के लिए रुका, तो मैं था 827 गेट पे. तो मेरी जो नेक्स्ट फ्लाइट थी वो थी T12 गेट पे. तो मैं जैसे ही उतरा मैंने किसी से पूछा कि कहाँ पे मुझे जाना है, तो उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि आपको ट्रेन लेके उधर जाना पड़ेगा. तो मैं एयरपोर्ट में ट्रेन पे बैठा, 20 मिनट की देर के बाद मैं टी जो है वो उस गेट के सामने पहुंचा. जहाज में बैठने से पहले जाहिर है वो 2-2.5 घंटे की फ्लाइट हुई. मैंने कहा वॉशरूम में चला जाऊं, तो मैं एक वॉशरूम ढूंढता हुआ जैसे ही मैंने देखा तो वो बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स के बाथरूम, तो मैं बाथरूम में चला गया. जल्दी में मैं देखता हूं कि वहां उस बाथरूम में वो मेंस स्टॉल नहीं है, और बाथरूम बहुत खुशनुमा, बड़ा तैयार है, बड़ा साफ सुथरा है. तो मैंने अपने दिल में कहा कि यार बाथरूम तो एयरपोर्ट के बड़े गंदे मंदे होते हैं, ये कैसे इतना साफ सुथरा है और इसमें स्टॉल क्यों नहीं है मेन के. खैर कोई उसी शशो पंच में मैं बाथरूम में बैठ गया. अब थोड़ी देर में मैं अपने स्टॉल के अंदर बैठा हुआ हूँ. तो आपको मालूम है अगर किसी भी नॉर्थ अमेरिकन एयरपोर्ट पे जाएं तो उनके स्टॉल के नीचे वाली जगह काफी खाली हो सकती है, आप दूसरे लोगों के पाँव नजर आते हैं. थोड़ी देर में मैंने अपने राइट साइड पे देखा एक पाँव, और वो था एक जनाना पाँव, एक लेडीज का शूज. अब मैं बड़ा सटपटा गया, लेकिन मेरे साथ में ज़हन में आया कि यार ये अमेरिका है, यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है, लोग कई तरह के कपड़े पहन सकते हैं, ये मादर पिदर आजाद हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. अब मेरे ज़हन में जो भी वो ज़हन में आ रही थी चीजें कि कहाँ पे कैसे कैसे लोग हैं, ये अपनी आजादी को कहाँ तक आगे ले गए. अगेन इट वाज लाइक दैट्स व्हाट आई वाज थिंकिंग. अच्छा, थोड़ी देर बाद मैं इसी शिशुपन में था कि जैसे ये जो है वो बाहर निकलेगा बंदा या बंदी, तो वो दूसरे लोग इसका मजाक उड़ाएंगे. थोड़ी देर में बाथरूम का दरवाजा खुला और मैं अभी भी अपने स्टॉल में हूँ. तो मैं सुनता हूँ और खातून या जनाना आवाजें आ रही मुझे. अब मैंने कहा कि ये क्या, ये लोगों को देख नहीं रहे कि बाथरूम में ये मर्दाना बाथरूम में औरतें ज्यादा घुस रही हैं. अभी फिर भी उनको, मैंने कहा अभी इनको रियलाइज हो जाएगा थोड़ी देर में. लेकिन जब वो बाथरूम में ज्यादा देर रही तो मुझे रियलाइज हो गया, आप समझ गए होंगे, कि मैं जनाना बाथरूम में बैठा हुआ था. अब मैं बड़ी शशो पंच में पड़ गया कि यार ये मैं किस चक्कर में पड़ गया हूं. अब मेरे साथ राइट साइड पे भी एक जनाना औरत है, बाहर औरतें भी हैं जो अपनी बातें कर रही हैं. मैंने कहा मैं कैसे निकलूं. अब मैं इस चीज में फंसा हुआ हूं कि या तो मैं बड़ी देर के लिए इधर बैठा रहूं, जब ये लोग सारे निकल जाएं तो तब जाऊं, या कुछ ऐसा करें कि ये कुछ हो जाए ताकि मैं निकल जाऊं. कोई शशो पंच में बैठा हुआ हूं. बहुत वक्त बदल गया. इतनी देर में लाउड स्पीकर पे आवाज आई कि एलए जाने वाली ये फ्लाइट तैयार है, बोर्डिंग इज ऑन. अब मरता क्या ना करता, अभी तो मुझे निकलना ही था. तो अब मैंने वो अपना, वो कहते हैं ना, यू स्वॉलो योर प्राइड एंड स्टेप फॉरवर्ड, तो वो वही मैंने किया. मैंने बाहर निकला, औरतों से एक्सक्यूज किया, और कुछ औरतें तो आओ आओ ये क्या हो गया, और कुछ औरतों ने विसल भी बजाई. खैर मैं उधर से निकल आया और मैं अपनी फ्लाइट ले ली. ये है, इसलिए क्यों मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, क्योंकि इसमें 3 माइंडसेट या लिमिटिंग बिलीफ मैंने इस छोटे से वाक्य में देखे. एक वो कि ट्रेवल टाइम विद इन अमेरिका 9 घंटे, ये भी क्या पॉसिबल है. ये मेरा जो पाकिस्तान में रहते हुए अमेरिका का तस्वर था वो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट था. तो वो मेरा माइंडसेट था. फिर मुझे पता चला अमेरिका बहुत बड़ा है. फिर मेरा हमेशा से ज़हन में था कि एयरपोर्ट के या कहीं भी मुसाफिर खाने के जो बाथरूम है बहुत ही गंदे होते हैं, वो बहुत साफ सुथरा था. तो मेरा ज़हन साफ सुथरा देख के भी यकीन नहीं कर रहा था कि ये साफ हो सकता है. और फिर मेरा बिलीव था कि अमेरिकन लोग मादर पिदर आजाद होते हैं, वो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. तो हालांकि मैं गलती पे था. तो मैंने अपना माइंड सेट चेंज किया. तो जब आप माइंड सेट चेंज करते हैं ना, तो दुनिया आपकी बदल जाती है, दुनिया आपकी चेंज हो जाती है. अभी शुगर रे ने यही बताया कि जब वो भी माइंड सेट में फंसा हुआ था कि वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता या वो अपनी जान के दर पे पड़ा हुआ था, तो जैसे इसका माइंड सेट चेंज हुआ, उसने स्पीकर भी बन गया, वो ऑथर भी बन गया, वो इंटरनेशनल पर्सनालिटी भी बन गया. मैं वो बुक बताने जा रहा था, मैं आपको दिखाने जा रहा हूँ. एक मैगजीन में तकरीबन आज से 14-15 साल पहले मैं सेल्फ डिस्कवरी पे एक कॉलम लिखा था जो एक मैगजीन में छपा था, और सिंप्लिसिटी ऑफ सेल्फ डिस्कवरी. तो मैं ले आया, मैंने कहा मैं भी दिखाता हूँ कि व्हाई आई चेंज माय माइंड. नाउ जैसे ही आप अपने माइंड को चेंज करेंगे ना, आपको स्वॉलो करना पड़ेगा अपना प्राइड या अपने लिमिटिंग बिलीफ जो है उनको लेट गो करना पड़ेगा. जैसे ही आप वो करेंगे, यू विल बी एबल टू टेक द फ्लाइट. जैसे मैंने फ्लाइट ले ली ना, इसी तरह आप भी अपनी मंजिल की तरफ रवां दवां शुरू हो जाएंगे, आप भी टेक ऑफ कर देंगे. और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात, आप अपनी मंजिल पर पहुंच जाएंगे. ये है माइंड सेट. सो हाउ डू यू रिलेट दिस? if you really want to go to the next level, if you really want to step out of your comfort zone, if you really wanted to make the change, this. लेकिन आज का जो जिक्र है वो है सीखें और पैसे बनाएं। लर्न टू अर्न, तो इस हवाले से कैसे हो सकता है, जैसे मैंने बताया कि दूसरों के माइंडसेट को हेल्प करें चेंज करने में, दूसरों के माइंडसेट में हेल्प करें उनको डेस्टिनेशन पहुंचने में, दूसरों को हेल्प करें उनको फ्लाइट टेक ओवर करने में। तो कैसे आप कर सकते हैं? जी हाँ, वैसे नहीं जैसे आप तनकीद करके कर रहे थे, लेकिन आप ऐसे करें जैसे एज अ कोच कर सकता है। अभी बहुत सारे लोगों ने इस बारे में बात की कि मुझे कोच ने बताया कैसे मैं नेक्स्ट स्टेज पे जा सकता हूं, कैसे मैं कामयाब हूं और कामयाबी से आगे कैसे बन सकता हूं, कैसे मैं सक्सेसफुल हूं, सक्सेसफुल से लेजेंड कैसे बन सकता हूं। आप बन सकते हैं जब आप कोच हो जाएं, जब आप दूसरों को हेल्प करना शुरू कर दें, जब आपके जहन में खास और खास किसी भी तफरके, किसी भी बुग़्ज़, किसी भी हसद के बिना दूसरों को कामयाबी का जज्बा उठ जाएगा। आप लोगों को कामयाब करेंगे, लामहला तौर पे लोग आपको इज्जत देंगे, शोहरत देंगे, पैसा देंगे। बी अ कोच, क्योंकि मुझे 12-14 साल पहले किसी ने ये बताया, ये बावर कराया, मुझे समझ आई और मैं कोचिंग की इंडस्ट्री में आया तो मैंने लोगों के साथ शेयर करना शुरू कर दिया। यस, मुझे पता है आज कल लोग फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट में हैं, अमेज़न प्रोडक्ट, अमेज़न पाकिस्तान में लॉन्च हो गया, एवरीबॉडी वांट टू जंप ऑन इट, लेकिन आप अभी भी फेड के पीछे होंगे कि आप अभी भी किसी एक पेंसिल, फोन या किसी भी चीज को प्रोडक्ट पे सेल करना चाहेंगे। दिस इज वेल एंड गुड, अगर वो आपका पैशन है, जबरदस्त है, लेकिन अगर आप इससे भी नेक्स्ट जाना चाहते हैं तो आप कोचिंग की इंडस्ट्री में आए। तो उन जो भी बिजनेस ओनर्स, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ये अमेज़न में स्टार्ट करना चाह रहे हैं, आप उनकी कोचिंग करेंगे, बिजनेस कोचिंग करेंगे, देन यू गो अप, वो ऊपर जाएंगे, आप भी उनके साथ ऊपर जाएंगे। तो इस हवाले से लर्न टू अर्न ग्रो रिच के इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे मैं आपसे बताना चाह रहा हूं, मैं डॉक्टर फाज के साथ पहले भी 10 कोचेस हमने डेवलप की हैं, डिफरेंट बैचेस। हमारा जो टारगेट है वो 10,000 पाकिस्तान के कोचेस डेवलप करना है। हमारा जो प्रोग्राम है, it is in 10 weeks we create a coach। हम उनको वर्ल्ड क्लास ट्रेनिंग देते हैं, वर्ल्ड क्लास उनको टेक्निक्स बताते हैं कैसे आप एक सर्टिफाइड कोच बने। जब आप सर्टिफाइड कोच, यस, नॉट अ मी कोच बट अ सर्टिफाइड कोच, जो कि एक इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ एफिलिएटेड होगा और उनके पास कंटिन्यूसली टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स होंगी ताकि वो एक जबरदस्त, एक सक्सेसफुल कोच बने। वेदर यू आर अ लाइफ कोच, बिजनेस कोच, whether you want it to be a mindset coach, जो भी आपकी फील्ड या नीश होगी, हम उसमें भी हेल्प करेंगे ताकि आपको करेंगे। मेरा नाम है कोच रिजवान। लर्नर और अर्न के इस प्लेटफॉर्म में मैं आपके साथ एक गुजारिश करने आया हूं, अगर आप वाकई अपना अर्निंग करना चाहते हैं और आप अपने नेक्स्ट लेवल की अर्निंग करना चाहते हैं, आप कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री के साथ ताल्लुक जोड़ें, कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री को सीखें, पहले कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री के अंदर घुसें, लर्न इट, राइट? इफ यू डू नॉट yearn to learn, you never will earn. You wanted to learn in order to grow, in order to earn. और ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे मैं आज डॉक्टर फजल के साथ ये आपके सामने पेश करने जा रहा हूं। Let's start to become a certified coach. And when you are a certified coach, you are going to change the mindset and mindset of many. And this is how you're going to change the world of yours and the world all around you. मैंने थोड़ा सा वक्त इसलिए ही शॉर्ट रखा अपने पास क्योंकि आप बहुत सारे लोगों के साथ कनेक्शन है। मेरा नाम कोच रिजवान, अगर आप फेसबुक पे डालें, इंस्टाग्राम पे, लिंक्डइन पे, you will find me with Dr. Fazal on the Learn to Grow Rich community में। I love to connect with you all and let's start. If you are comment in this below, अगर आप Learn to Earn के स्टेज पे आना चाहते हैं, 10 वीक कोचिंग प्रोग्राम में आना चाहते हैं, कमेंट कीजिए, हमारी टीम आपके साथ कनेक्ट करेगी एंड देन वी विल गो फ्रॉम देयर। डॉक्टर फजल साहब,
Thank you very much. Big round of applause for my younger brother, Rizwan Rashid. Great job. You're always inspiring. You're always enthusiastic. You're always full of energy. And people love this energy. And that's how we get more people involved in this. What a great idea you gave people in Urdu language. And I believe our other guests, because they know, like I already mentioned in the early part of this meeting, that we have to speak in 2 languages. But We'll keep you also engaged, Lizzie and Sugar Ray and Nazrul Islam. You are with us and you will be with us. So anyway, so let me talk a little bit in Urdu language too. Khawateen Hazrat, उम्मीद है आप हमारे इस शो को enjoy कर रहे होंगे. इसमें हमने कोशिश की थी बेहतरीन जो थॉट लीडर्स हैं उनको लाएं आपके सामने, उनके शोकेस करें ताकि आप उनसे कुछ सीख सकें और उनको जान सकें. और आपने देखा कि बहुत सारी खूबसूरत बातें और बहुत ही काम की बातें हमने आज सीखी भी हैं, सुनी भी हैं, और उम्मीद है कि आप इसको नोट भी कर रहे होंगे और नोट्स ले रहे होंगे. जो लोग ख़ास तौर पे आज के दौर में मैंने बताया कि ये मीडिया का दौर है, ये इंफॉर्मेशन एज है, तो इसमें आपको कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि ये देखें, डिग्रीज कॉलेजेस में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, in conventional colleges and universities, you get all the degrees, but they just teach you the subject, but they never tell you how to get successful in that specific subject. And you can see, I'm not offending the education, and I'm not offending any educated person. I have a couple degrees too, and I'm very proud of those degrees too. But my point is, you have to learn how to make money out of that information or education which you have already. And this is the platform, these kind of platforms, you can learn all those things. You see all the teachers, they are masters and PhDs in their subjects, but unfortunately, they stay at the same place for the rest of their life because they don't use it. So I am not saying don't use your education. Always use your education, but at the same time, you have to learn those softer skills, which were not told in conventional schools. You have to get out of your comfort zone and learn those things. And we are trying to provide you. It's so easy. In Pakistan, you're sitting right there and you're listening. All the Canadian, American, from Qatar, from Bangladesh, all these thought leaders, those experts. What an amazing life you guys have. I wish I could have when I was very young. I didn't have even a calculator in my entire life till I grew up. And you guys have everything with your uncle, Google and Auntie YouTube. Everything is in your reach. So don't waste your time. Learn as much as you can. Let me tell you one thing. I have been asked so many times this question. And I believe all my friends here, speakers, they will also second me. They have been asked too. They always ask me that I want to become successful. I want to become significant. I believe everybody learned that and everybody heard those things. I tell them it's okay to be successful, but success is not a destination, it's a journey. Every milestone you achieve finishes your that success, and then you have to look for the next one, and then you have to look for the next one, and it goes on and on and on. Same thing with the significance. It's a great thing to have it in your life, but to me, life is way above even significance. Just be unforgettable. And to become unforgettable, you don't need plenty of money. You don't need plenty of resources. Just be the best of your own. Be the best version of yourself. Your one smile can make you unforgettable to someone. Your tapping a shoulder to someone can make you unforgettable for the rest of his life or her life. Be that person. Stretch out of your comfort zone and get into the creative zone. So this is the life we would love to have. We all want to be unforgettable. And be unforgettable, because then people are going to remember you for the rest of their lives, and you are going to have a legacy when you leave this world. So my friends, hopefully you're learning a lot. And right now, because I'm waiting for my other speaker, let's see if he joined us, who is supposed to join us from Qatar. I don't see him, but if it's not, then we have following speaker is here. And also, yeah, I believe he is not yet. So can we move on to our next speaker? He is an amazing person. I'm telling you. And he's a true leader. He has always this passion to help people. Believe me or not, I mean, uh, he's a young man, very energetic, and he is full of energy, just like you saw Rizwan. So I don't want to leave that energy halfway. I want to keep moving on to that energy, even better than that. So he is an entrepreneur, he is a philanthropist and a business strategist. He talks so well, and he's not only a talker, he walks with his talks, and he shows us how to do the things. So he's a very energetic gentleman. I mean, believe me, I am technically an illiterate person. Like I told you, I never had a calculator in my life, so please don't get mad at me. But every time when I needed, he always stretched his hand. And in this entire show, he was also helping me. And thank you very much for that. And let me help welcome our young friend all the way from Canada. Not only Canada, from the other part of the Canada, from the other side of the Canada. Please help me welcome my friend, Mr. Fahad Khan.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Just want to make sure if the sound is good, you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Just want to make sure. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody, everyone who has joined from all over the world. You know, a lot of people are on the Facebook who are watching. It is a pleasure to be here. So I might be mixing both languages. So Pakistaniयों को भी ताकि समझ आती रहे, I'll talk in English a little bit too. Lekin for me, comfort zone is always in English when I'm explaining, because most of our lives we have talked when being in Canada for the last 20 years. Most of our trainings we are doing in English. So my goal in next 20 minutes is to give you the most I can, where you can learn to earn, to give you to certain foundation which will help you. You know, Rizwan Bhai, and there's so many other, Sugar and everybody who was talking earlier gave you so many insights, but there are few things which I want to elaborate more. So let's talk about few things. You know, how can we earn? You know, one mindset which Dr. Faz was talking about was with the education system. I know he's been very careful with his words too. And usually I'm very careful when I'm talking about our traditional education system, because I do spend a lot of time with our HEC and Pakistan education system. Last thing we need is you say something and they're like, oh no, enu band kari, and na kaam kharab karna sara. Okay? It happens, you know, I've already been under the radar. So, you know, there is nothing wrong with traditional education, but there is a difference. People ask me, you know, I think Sugar was saying, you know, how I would somebody listen to somebody who does not have a degree? Personally, I don't have a degree. I have a marketing diploma and I have a marketing agency. And alhamdulillah, that was one of the fastest growing company in Canada. We have 5 offices in Canada and 1 in Pakistan. Inshallah, we're opening a couple more in Pakistan since my heart is there. So I want to expand more businesses back home. So how do we get to all that stages? First thing is, it doesn't happen overnight. You know, we are always overestimating. We are always overestimating what we're going to do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in a decade. All these youth, young people come to me, Fahad Bhai, you know, I want to be like this. I want to do this. I want to be like a Tipu Sultan, conquer the world, or Alexander the Great. You know, it doesn't happen overnight, man. You know, you're thinking in a year we can make one app and I'm going to be like a successful overnight. Everybody is not a Daraz. Everybody is not an Amazon. Amazon took time. Everything took time. It is a journey. It is a process. And during that process, as a leader, you have to grow. Any organization rise and fall on the psychology of a leader, whoever you are. You might be saying, I'm a student, I'm a housewife, I'm just like, you know, a kid. You are a leader of your own life. People who have attended my workshops, in the end, we are doing incantation, we are screaming, we're like, with full intensity. One thing I always start with, I am a leader, I am unstoppable, I am filled with courage. This is my life, this is my time, and I always find the way to victory. What is all this? These are all set of beliefs we have. You want to earn more money, you got to change your belief. You want to earn more money, the story you have, oh, मैं बेचारा पाकिस्तान में बैठा हूँ, मेरे पास tools नहीं है, PayPal नहीं है, thank God Amazon is here now, Amazon नहीं है, ये नहीं. We have all these bullshit excuses we're talking about, which is limiting us. Sorry for the language, but you gotta use that a little bit harsh. You're not that sensitive. You're not that weak that you're gonna break in a moment. You know, if somebody says BS and you're like, oh my God, How the hell are you going to face the world, man? If you want to be truly unstoppable, yeah, that's one of the brand I talk about, being unstoppable, then cut this BS. Got to be strong from here. You got to strong. You got to put like a little bit wall, a concrete outside to defend yourself from all this BS coming from rest of the world. Do me a favor. Somebody give me 5 minutes. Whenever the 5 minutes are left, just let me know, please, because I don't want to be taking somebody else's time. Perfect. Awesome. So how can you learn? Changing mindset. One thing is, let's talk about first schooling versus education. So what you're learning in universities, I have so many students I know, my friends who are working with me also. They say, I'm willing to sell my degree. 4 years I study. If somebody want to pay me money, I'm going to transfer the name, everything. I don't care about this paper because I can make more money without it. So that's the mindset is happening. But you know what? People ask me, what is your education? I ask them, are you asking schooling or education? And when I talk about my 2-year marketing diploma, 6 years after where I studied, they honored me as a brand ambassador for the School of Business for being an average, below average C grade student. But they spent more than $500,000 marketing campaign to use my success, our team's success, your face saying Fahad Khan transforming vision into venture, 6, 7 public buses, 30 billboards, so many little posters around the whole city. And people are calling you like, oh my God, all this, why does that all happen? It's not what you do in the university. It's not what you do right now. It's what you're going to do in the long term is going to pay you. So it's very important to work on that. So first thing, be a student. It's all about education. People who have walked on that path. Right now, Sugar is here. I've been talking with my team to write a book. Thank God the life is always happening for me. Sugar shows up. Somebody told me one of my mentors is Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, John Maxwell also. I've followed all of these people and so many others. And now I sent a message, Sugar, let's connect. If you want to learn, you got to learn with people who have walked on that path. You want to learn business? You want to learn from people, not a 50, 60-year-old people who have just done the books, textbooks, and they're talking about entrepreneurship. If they don't know anything about, if they haven't run a business, they haven't walked on fire, don't learn from them. I talk about firewalk. In Pakistan, we did a firewalk twice. Second time we had to cancel it because of COVID, but we were doing firewalk. We actually put freaking burning coals and there were 50, 60 people. They walked on fire. Nobody got burned. I'm not that guy. I'm going to say, okay, my friends, I've motivated you. You go. Okay, brother, I'll see you on the other side. Walk on fire. Inshallah, you will not get burned. No, I'll walk on fire first. I was the first one who walked on it. Show you how it's done. That's what the leader is. You want to go make things happen in your life, gotta freaking step into it. There's a movie I was watching, very nice quote came into it, and I don't know how many people noticed that. So the guy said, you don't drown by falling into the river, you drown by staying submerged into it. So you're not dying by falling into the river. So when I listened to this, I was watching a movie. It's like an action movie. I think it's The Extinction or something. This guy's like shooting like all these Bengali guys. He's the Thor guy. Chris, I don't know, I forgot his name. He's shooting everybody, and I'm like, man, he's in Bangladesh shooting, and it's action movie. And then one line comes in. I'm like, wow, this is meaning. This is so much meaning to it. So we get submerged into the problems. Problems are the gifts. You will have roadblocks early in your life. If you're going to take these problems and you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm going to stay into my problem. Allah, mujhe punish kiya ja raha hai, I'm in problem. If you stay submerged into those problems, you're done. If you find a way out of it, if you have that courage, that is insight, you will find a way to come out of it. All the problems are the gifts, as long we learn from it. People might be saying, Fahad Khan, Bhaijan, you're always happy. I might be facing millions of problems, but people weren't gonna see it. They're not gonna feel it. They don't need to know. Because as a leader, you gotta find a way, you gotta create the path. So let's talk about one more thing where everything changes. In life, my friends, I'm going like a little bit fast. I talk way too fast when the time is limited. I'm in like 7th gear. So before I change gear, I want to say one thing. Rizwan bhai, I saw behind you, it says catalyst to revenue catalyst. I love that word because my car, when I bought my first sports car, behind I put my license plate catalyst. Catalyst, most people say, why catalyst? In chemistry, all I remember was one word, catalyst. Anything which speeds up the reaction, anything which speeds up anything. I want to speed up life. I want to speed up success. I want to speed up anything what it is. So that's why I put like catalyst. So in a life, people ask me, Fahad, what are you going to be known for? I'm like, I want to be a catalyst. You want to go from point A to point B. If it's going to take you 10 years, my goal is to get you in 9. Or not in 2 years. That can happen for certain people, but not for everybody. It takes certain mindset, certain work. Like writing a book in 90 days is not for everybody. But if he can teach you, yes, success, people will do it. But doing it 100 days is not bad too, because a lot of people spend 2-3 years to get that one book out. So be a catalyst, whatever you want to do. Now, coming to where the life changes, it takes one insight to change everything. In 2018, around 21st May, 22nd May, I was about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I was in Australia with one of my mentors, Tony Robbins. I was very fortunate. I'm very blessed to be having him traveling around the world with him to 18 plus different events, learn from him as a partner with him, and taking those learnings. So one of my early events, I was there. He mentioned something very important. We were on the second, third day. We were sitting in this. He created this atmosphere where everybody's emotional, hitting your core of your heart. You're breaking yourself. You're finding life, what you're gonna do. And he's good at that. You know that, right? And he asked a question. He said one thing, my friends, I know millionaires, billionaires, they have money, wealth, everything, but success without fulfillment is an ultimate failure. Success without fulfillment is an ultimate failure. I'm like, what the hell? I personally found myself financially successful. We were growing, fastest growing company 3 years in a row, money is coming in, but something is missing. What is that? I'm like, I don't feel like something is bigger than what I am. It's not about me. We got to do something bigger. Then he asked questions. My friends, write this down. Questions are the answers. The quality questions we ask, the quality answers. If you just keep on asking one shitty question, how to make money only, you will get shitty response. You need to find better quality questions. How can I add more value? What am I great at? What else can I do? How else can I improve? There's so many series of questions you can ask. It's about quality questions. So the question he asked us is like, what is life? What is life about? Right? What's the first good response when I said life is blank? So for me at that time, response was life. It's a gift. It's a gift. Somebody loved us on this planet. That's what we heard. It's a present given to us. We didn't earn it. It was given to us. So that was my meaning I wrote. Later, he asked another question. What is your purpose of existence? What are you going to be known for? What do you want to do? What is your legacy? What is that? That's something which just pulls you towards it, something. And at that time, I wrote, giving is a lifestyle. Giving is a lifestyle. That one line I wrote that day, life is a gift, giving is our lifestyle, changed the whole belief, whole set of life. Giving should not be once a year thing, because right now we're in Ramadan. Everybody in people who practice Islam, they're like, do the zakat, get the zakat check out of the way. In Christianity, like Christmas, we are doing like charity just to, okay, I'm a good guy. I've done my charity either for a good cause or good for tax purposes. We all do that. But my question was, giving should not be a once in a lifetime event. It should be every day. Giving is something you live on it. And that did. It happened to be a few days after I ended up in Pakistan. In 18 years, I was in Pakistan once. Now in last 3 years, probably 7 times I've been in Pakistan. Maybe out of 3 years, almost a year I've spent in Pakistan now. So I saw a gap in between people. Giving is not a money always. Do that. Giving, it could be also a food. Giving, but the biggest giving, I believe, for me was the knowledge. The knowledge you're getting here, knowledge you're getting from these people. That is the biggest giving you can have, because they say don't teach them how, don't feed them the fish, teach them how to fish. It's about keep giving that knowledge to you so you can keep on growing all the time. Just give me a timer to what are we at, how much time do I have, just let me know so I can wrap up accordingly. Okay, perfect. So why I'm talking about my whole this Tony Robbins thing, because that is why I'm here. In the last 3 years, I've worked with hundreds of people. And then one thing, if you want to learn, if you want to make money, you got to have a vision. You got to have a bigger vision than just the money. Money is just a byproduct of what you're going to do. But money is something what you value, you're going to provide to people. If you're focused on how to just make money, you will not be able to sustain long term. But if you create a system, if you create a value machine, that will pay you, give a lot of return. For example, I've spent over, if I do just do easy math, over $150,000 in the last 3 years to teach people. I don't make money on this. I spend money. That's just a rough math. That doesn't include my time, doesn't include my flight. If I want to charge myself hourly, it will be a lot of money. So why I'm doing that? Because that makes my heart happy. That makes my soul happy. Today, one of my team members, he's been part of our company now, volunteered for hundreds of hours with us. He says, he said, is there a copyright on using a word? Life is a gift, giving is our lifestyle. I'm like, no, man, go ahead. You want to go talk about it? It's brother, go and kill it, 3 years ago when I started this, one of the person, I was in a business conflict with him. I was a speaker. He never wanted to be a speaker, but he was driven by significance. He said, I'll go talk to people. So I say, I'm good, I'm good. I'm like, and one of my friend came to me and said, Fahad, that son of a gun is stealing your vision. He's doing exactly what you're doing. Oh my God. And I just sat and smiled. I'm like, you know what? Vision is something to be copied, to be modeled. Vision is not only for me, it's for millions of people. Like the Rizwan Bhai and Dr. Faz is saying they want to create thousands of coaches. It's not like I want to be the coach. I don't want anybody else to be coach. No, it's not that. You want to teach other people so they can go make money. It's not about you. So when you are starting any business, get yourself out of the equation. It's not about you. It's about people around you. Right now, we work with certain clients, they are Fortune 500 companies. Sometimes we are not happy. Sometimes we say we want to pull the plug on that client. I'll be okay financially, but we have to think of 100 people who are working with us. What are they going to do? That's their likelihood of living. So if you want to make money, now I'm going to give you some business course in 5 minutes. Business is two things. Business is only two things: innovation and marketing. That's it. Innovation doesn't mean the best technology. Innovation means how to do more in less time. That doesn't have to have the most. Finally, I take pride in it. I said we were one of the first ones. I haven't seen any motivational or coach or trainer in Pakistan who was using landing pages, proper landing pages. They were not using it. It's been happening in US, Canada for the last 10 years. ClickFunnels exist forever. Nobody's using that. I started using people like, what is this, man? It's not going to work. Now, finally, thank God, when I see, Dr. Saab is using, everybody started using different tools because it is reason to speed up the process. People don't understand about funnels. It's not about me sending messages all the time. We want to create a system. So innovation is doing more at the less time. In my HR team, I'll give you an example. We have a company, we are hiring 40, we do 40 interviews a day between our 5 offices in Canada. If I hire 3 girls, it's going to cost me $3,000 into 3. That's like $9,000 to $10,000 in Canada. I run my whole office in that much money. On top, I have a marketing team. 3 girls are calling from Pakistan, scheduling interviews. And that's it. That's innovation. We are cutting time. We are using the top girl to do something else. It's finding ways to do in less cost, less time, do more. Innovate, whatever it is. There are tools out there for every single thing. If there isn't, if you can't find one, that's an opportunity for you. Then create one. Okay. Marketing. My friends, marketing is key. I'm a marketeer. My main business is marketing. I love marketing. That's all I studied for 2 years. But after that, I kept studying, kept growing. Most of my marketing I learned is from, let's say, Russell Brunson, Dean Garsocio, all these top marketeers all the world. Seth Godin. There was an Ads World conference. There were about 50, 60 speakers. Like $300 I paid, nothing. It's peanuts. But there were 60 best speakers around the world for 3 days. I submerged myself to listen to them. Why? Because we want to take that. So always keep growing. You got to spend money. If you go to Rizwan Bhai or Dr. Faz, they say, okay, it's going to cost you money to learn. You're like, why should I pay? If you're not going to spend money, you're not going to learn, man. To give you an example, Tony Robbins alone, I invested $250,000. $250,000 to learn from him. Platinum partnership. That's what the whole cost is for 1 year. And then I'm partnered with Brian Tracy to be partner with him and everything. That's another, what, 120,000 or something. Man, you gotta invest money. I'm throwing you big numbers, but these guys might not gonna charge you $100,000. It might be free or very low cost. Invest that money into yourself if you want to grow, man. So that's the thing. Innovation and marketing. So gotta keep marketing. I can give you some tools. For me, there's finding new ways always, doing less effort, building teams, leverage. One thing people don't use in marketing is leverage. Go reach out to people who can help you. This is a very connected world. COVID is the best thing ever happened to Pakistan. I know we lost some of our family members. I'm sorry for that, but you know what? For Pakistan, it's the best thing for the growth. We are getting technological advance. We are getting online. We finally have Amazon. We have people who are selling online, working from home. That concept is happening. We can find problems all day around. Oh my God, I can't do anything. I can't go do shopping. Bullshit. You have other things you can focus on. People are making more money. Pakistan freelancing market like doubled or tripled. We are the top 3 freelancing market in the whole world now. So there are opportunities, my friends. Learn, learn, learn. I hope that helps. Give me a timer. How much time I have?
3 more minutes.
3 more minutes. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. So let's see. Why people don't make money? Let's talk really quick. A lot of people say they want to make money. People ask me, what is the biggest things people need to make money? 2 things I would say. One is focus. Focus is not like, oh, I'm focused of making money. Focus is laser focus when we want to make something. It's absolute focus that I'm going to make it happen. This thing doesn't matter. That thing doesn't matter. Second is hunger. Hunger. Bhook. Kitni bhook hai bhai? You know, without hunger, you're like, I want to be a millionaire. When you ask them to go walk on fire, they're like, no, I don't want to, man. This is, I tell people, you want to, every day I take ice cold shower. I said, you want to, have more energy? Right now, this is low energy. I don't usually sit and talk. I just have like 5 kids running in the house. I have my nephews, nieces, so I have to be locked in a room. That's why it's a weekend, right? So, usually I'm standing, jumping. I'm like 10 times more energy than this. They're like, how do you have that? I said, I take ice cold shower. But Fahad bhai, it's COVID. I'm gonna get cold. It's shiver. I'm gonna shiver. All this BS excuse. Like, just do it, man. It's done. If you're gonna negotiate with your damn mind, it's gonna give you all the reasons not to do it. It's a survival mind. It's gonna tell you to be safe. Anything you do unusual, it's gonna say beep, stop, think again, and it's gonna give you all the reason, and it will pull you out of it. So, my friends, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you one gift. I launched a course. Like I said, I don't make money on this. I'm gonna post this on a Facebook. It's a free course I have for you guys. It's a short 30 minutes. I'm gonna keep on improving on this when we have more time. Go register for that course. I don't make any money. You might learn something. If you do, if you learn something, share with others. It's for you. Their website is beunstoppable.fahadkhan.pk. I've posted on the Facebook, beunstoppable.fahadkhan.pk. Our team spends thousands of dollars to run this, but for you, it's not costing you. Take that time, value free stuff, value paid content, and start investing into yourself, because if you don't invest yourself, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Before I end, one quick example in the 30-second I'll give you. I don't know who have heard about Chinese bamboo tree, Chinese bamboo. There was a farmer. He keeps on doing work on the farm. He's putting seeds, he's watering. First year, nothing grows. People come and laugh at him. It's like, hey, what are you growing? It's like, I'm growing a bamboo. Everybody laughs. Nothing. 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 4, 5 years, nothing. Not even a single inch comes out of the ground. People say, what the hell? Why are you still working on this? And on the 5th year, the bamboo goes 60 feet tall. 60 feet. Did that happen in 1 year or 5 years? You got to answer that for you. Things will happen in 5 years. Plant the seed today through this, through whatever, whoever you want to listen to, go and do that. I hope that will help you, my friends. I always say life is a gift and giving is a lifestyle. Keep giving, keep growing, and inshallah, see you guys on the unstoppable success journey, whichever what that one is for you. And Dr. Saab, Rizwan bhai, thank you so much for your time. Love you guys all. If you need any help from mine anytime, me and my team is always available for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fahad. And folks, have you seen a Pakistani Les Brown? I believe you did. You gotta be hungry. That's what he said. You gotta be hungry. So thank you, Fahad, for such a energetic presentation. Like I said, we were trying to continue the presentation from Rizwan to Fahad. And so we have a good transition, and you learned a lot. And definitely, these are the true leaders, folks. You have to follow these leaders. You have to understand what they are telling you, what they are teaching you, what they are preaching you. They are not saying, like Mr. MD Nazrul Islam said in the beginning, that these are the true leaders. They know the way, they show the way, and they go the way. I mean, they know all that 3 steps. Let me tell you one thing before I bring the next speaker, who's with us from Qatar. But let me ask you, show me one most successful person in this entire planet, or even in the history, and you compare with another. They all have only 3 things common, nothing more, nothing less. You know what those 3 things are? Only 3 things. Every single significant personality, successful personality, a great leader, a great reformer, or whatever you name it, have only 3 things. That's what you need. You know what those 3 things are? And if you don't, jot it down. You have to have a dream. You have to have a dream. And then you have to struggle, and then you get success. There is no other shortcut. If you have to have a dream, you have to struggle, and you get the success. People usually say, oh, he got by luck. As Fahad said BS, but I will say not bullshit, but belief system. My belief, my BS, that's a BS, but that's their belief system. Luck is nothing, my friend. It's a laboring under correct knowledge is called luck. There is no such thing. So if you work under the right circumstances, in the right direction, and laboring under correct knowledge, gets you there. And everybody else starts thinking that you were lucky. No, you were not lucky, because they see the iceberg. They don't see underneath your efforts, your struggle, your sweat, your blood, whatever you gave to that. So my friends, keep working on. Let's move on to our next speaker. He is with us now from all the way from Middle East. He's a great friend of mine. He's a basically, he is a behavioral safety specialist, but he's also a development coach, consultant, trainer with the John Maxwell Group, where I belong to. And also he's a DISC, behavioral analysis trainer too. And best part is he's a true leader. He inspires so many people all over the world. I mean, I was watching his activities in last few months, although we are good friends for years. And I had an opportunity to meet him in Qatar and had a really nice meal and dinner with together. And we had a lot of good discussions there. I still remember those memorable moments from him. And he's working even in Pakistan right now with in Hyderabad to bring people in the Toastmasters International Organization to become a better speaker and a better leader. So he is passionate about spreading this leadership program out. And like me and Rizwan Rashid, we already explained that what we are looking for, we are looking 10,000 good speakers, coaches, trainers for the Pakistan they need desperately. And we are trying to push as much as we can along with this team. So let me welcome my friend all the way from Qatar, Doha, Qatar, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Sumro.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Thank you very much for providing this opportunity, and I'm really very much happy to be part of this and to be part of this lovely group of the people. Hello, everyone who's here. Some of the people I already know through social media. Some it's my first introduction. That Rizwan Rashid, Fahad, you were rocking, oh, brilliant, excellent, mashallah, Nazarul Islam, and Mr. Sugar Rai, and everyone, brilliant. Dr. First of all, please confirm and show me that my voice and my video is clear.
Yeah, you're good.
That's fine. Thank you very much. Let me fix my time, because it's a beauty of Toastmasters that every session, Dr. Faz is also DTM, and he knows better that every session is time bounded, and it is very important to take care of the timing. Earning is very vast field, and today unfortunately I couldn't connect very early, so definitely the other friends came with very innovative, just like Fahad was saying, innovative and marketing, and those are the techniques through which boost our earning. I have come with such a soul of everything, you can say. Definitely all of the people who are here connected in this group, those all directly somehow, you can say, are belongs to communication field. They are the best communicators. So how communication skill will impact in our earning side? Or it is important or not? If it is important, how much it is important? Dr. Saab, I will be giving little bit touch of Urdu also, because this audience, many of the audience, just like if we divide it in the world, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and even Sri Lanka, you can include, half of the world is Urdu speaking population. So we will be adding with them also. So with communication skill का कितना impact हो सकता है हमारी earning पे, हमारी लाइफ स्टाइल पे, हमारी जिस तरह से भी हम कनेक्टेड हैं उस पर क्या इम्पैक्ट हो सकता है, इसको हम थोड़ा सा समझेंगे इसमें. We will not go deep into the terminologies of only communication skill matters, but we will try to connect, we will to be on a topic, that is what impact of communication in our earnings. Now see, whenever we are talking about earning, somehow we are talking about what actually? What is the main thing? What is the soul of earning? What is the soul of business? Any kind of business, whatever you are doing. You're doing job, business, entrepreneur, you are, anything, somehow invest you are. But what is the soul? Soul is trust. Through trust, all stakeholders are connected with each other. They do business with each other. Even you are individual, you are organization, company, whatever you are, but the trust is just only thing, or the most important thing, which connect you with any other B2B or C2C connections, business to business or any individual connections. So when we are talking about the trust, in other words, what we are actually talking about, if we see communication process, the communication process here, we see that communication is the way we present ourselves actually. Communication is the way we present ourselves, but after that, with the effective communication, what we are going to develop, we are going to develop a connection. Without connection, remember that, my audience, that without connection, you cannot develop a better relationship. So how is this cycle? How is this process? With a better and effective communication, we are developing a better and effective connection with people. Somehow, whenever the connection is developed, then what's happening actually at the, in other words, we are developing the relationship with people. That relationship is the most important factor, it's the most important category in the trust model. Whenever we are talking about trust model, trust development, then the relationship plays main role. बहुत दफा हमने ये सुना होगा, we heard that in our organization. Even I have also experience of that in my during my work in previous my experience, that people were blaming on the management or top management that they are competent, हम competent हैं, but the management is not taking care of us, but the organization is not giving us promotions. Why? So competency is only just a small factor in all this game. What is the main factor here? That is relationship. So the whole what is the whole thing which is giving us value in any organization, in anywhere, in any model we are working? That is the trust. And then that trust is divided in those three things: competency, relationship, and how we present ourselves wherever we are. So this trust is coming from where? If we are competent, no doubt, but if we are effectively communicating, then we will be successfully connect people who are in our surrounding, or as customers, or into our organization, all our colleagues, or the management, or the decision makers in our organization. We can connect them, and this way we will be developing a better relationship. So what I learned through all this process that I have all hands-on experience in that. Whenever I started, I personally belong to one village life. Village life in Pakistan, you can consider, especially if you are, I'm from Sindh, Sindh village. You can imagine that the person who will be more backward side. वहां से अगर बंदा वो कनेक्ट होके आता है, the person is coming and without any kind of leadership, without any kind of communication skills, whenever he is coming into the market, then what would be the value of that person? Definitely nothing. Even the person would be very competent, but the person doesn't know how to show the competency. The person doesn't know how to connect the people. उसका क्या फायदा होगा, उसका क्या नुकसान होगा अदर साइड पे? Definitely whatever the competency of that person, that will be useless without communication, without effective communication skills. All the competency of the person is useless. Even somewhere I was reading some of the book that it was mentioned that 85% in 85% the impact of communication is on earnings. 85%, you can say that somehow many people I have seen in my experience that those people are not well competent, but they are very good communicators. So whatever they are doing, whatever the facts they are doing, the efforts they are doing, they can communicate well to the decision makers, to the public. In this way, they create a very good rapport. So this is very much important. Now, whenever we are talking about the communication, the communication, normally people are thinking communication means only talking. It's about talking. It's not about the talking. Communication is if we take a reference of Albert Mehrabian's rule that words play only 7% of our communication, and vocal sounds or the tones are playing 38%, and body movements are playing 55%. And that is the biggest challenge now for in this virtual world, because whenever all these communications are converted into the virtual communications, so definitely those the biggest factors, body movement, then even somehow you can say vocal sounds, vocal varieties are also affecting this kind of communication that people are what we try to say. So and other person is not getting us in such a way. Therefore, it is a big challenge to develop a better connection with people, better relationship with people. So whenever we are talking about that communication skills, the impact into our earning means we are talking about what? The trust. So only learning about the words will not help, but the vocal varieties. They are today, it's a Toastmaster International, the big blessing, and John Maxwell platform is also really big blessing. It's a big university. And only $45 for 6 months, you cannot get anywhere in the world such kind of education. And other thing is that just like being with a world standard, high profile coach will be evaluating you, and on spot evaluation. So this kind of facilities where we can find. That's the reason that Dr. is also part of that Hyderabad Toastmaster Club. We are taking effort on that. So that's the reason we are trying to connect people. We are trying to improve people. In other words, our intention is what? Intention is that people should grow themselves, their standard. People should grow their lifestyles and even earning. In other words, so through the way they can betterly connect it with the people. Now in the virtual world, we have the big opportunity that we can connect. For example, I'm in Qatar, but I'm connected with you kind of brilliant people in all over the world. So how this is happening? because of this connectivity. So this internet connectivity and the social media connectivity is a blessing really. But now, but most of the people don't know that how to use them. The only powerful way is the communication skill. So if we are better in communication skill, effectively we can create better connection, better relationship with the person who is sitting in the other corner of the world. So in such a way, whenever we are successful to develop this trust between those people, we can develop a business, any kind of business. Then whatever the field we have, we can develop that through this way. So uh, my emphasis during this presentation is the way you learn what is important, that is your communication skills. Once wherever you are living now, you are the part of a global village. So connect yourself and grow yourself in that, and connect with beautiful people all around the world. They are very brilliant people, and develop yourself, and develop your earning also, and develop your business, whatever the job stream. For example, now some other uh, some other models we will discuss here. Most of the people in the world are are doing jobs, working for someone else, salaries based people. Most of the people in the world are such kind of. Some people are doing own business. Some people, very less people, but some of the people, they are the good investors also, and they are only investors. Then some of it's a big group now. It's growing very much after this technology. They're growing, that is the freelancers. So wherever we are, how this communication skill is impacting us. Even we are in job. If we are in job, what is the first impact of communication on a job? That is whenever we are going for the interview. Whenever we are going for the interview, if we are not a good communicator, believe me that these 30 minutes or 40 minutes of the interview are not can never reflect your 20 years experience, but how the impact you can create through effective communication. If you are a good communicator, you can prove yourself that you are competent and you are very much suitable for that job. And at that time, if, for example, imagine that you are very competent, but you cannot prove yourself during your interview, then what will happen? Definitely, you cannot grow in your career development. Your career development is solely depending on that. There are, as a player कितना आप काम करोगे? As a player, these would be only initial days, no? As an engineer, as a player, you are working in the organization, but somehow if you are going to grow there as a in the management, what you are going to do there? That's the people management. All in any department you are, but that is the people management. People management आप कैसे कर सकते हो? Without communication. So if you have a powerful effective communication skills, you can do better people management. You can grow yourself. You can target your next levels. I was studying one book. It was very interesting book on that topic we are talking about. The uh, Brandon Reed's book is Stealing the Corner Office. I will recommend everyone to read this book. Really, it's a fantastic book. In that book, he's telling, you can say that he has provided the formula of promotion, how to promote in the organization. In that formula, from after reading that book, I knew that, oh my God, what we were thinking about. We were thinking we are competent and some other person is being promoted in the organization. Why? It means that the company or organization is not doing fair with us. So, but on the other way, there are some other factors which will be considered. So those are the factors wholly solely. If we see that those are the wholly solely are the main factors are around this communication skill, how we are going to present ourselves whenever. The communication skill doesn't mean only to talk every time, to talk a better way. ओके मैं अच्छी तरह से बोल सकता हूँ, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि कोई भी कि इसका मतलब है मैं अच्छा कम्युनिकेटर हूँ. How good I am listener. Active listening is a very vital, play very vital role in that. हर वक्त बोलना 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 आगे वाले बंदे को क्या करता है, आगे वाले बंदे को बेजार कर देता है. वो कहता है what kind of the person is that, every time he's talking only. But if I am a good listener, I can connect that person with me. So this is the wholly solely model of communication skill. A good communication skill that beside good talking, be good communicator, means that the talking side, I should know that what time I should remain silent. Then beside, after this interview, we are successful somehow in the interview. What the other impacts of communication skills into our organization? Maybe during our meetings, during day-to-day conversations, during our presentations. Those are the very key effects. If we will develop ourselves into those skills, definitely next target of career, or you can say in other words, you can say this is a growth in earning is waiting for us. If we are not taking care of that, we are just taking those kind of things as a simple thing. Okay, no problem. Whatever will come in our mind, we will just talk in that. No problem. No, that is the way we. In other words, what we are doing, we are competent, but we are fail to connect. कभी कभार हमें मौका मिलता है. Sometimes we are getting chance to show us, to show or to prove to ourselves before the decision makers in our organization. At that time, if we are good communicator, we will prove ourselves and we will get a better place in their eyes. Even we are a businessman, entrepreneur, then also how the communication skill can help us. As a businessman, see that salesperson, one of my friend is very good salesperson. I was talking, even Dr.Faz is also very good salesperson. Sales is you can say the key field of the business. If you are a good salesperson, you know the skills. And if we see that for the salesperson, 60-70% is what? It's depending on the communication skill. If you are good salesperson, means in other words, you must be a good communicator. So here, whenever we are going to the customers, we want to connect the customers. Then if we are not an effective good communicator, it's not possible for us to connect them. In other words, if we see that हम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेने जाते हैं, कोई भी बिड लेने जाते हैं, बिड देते हैं किसी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के लिए, तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विल बी अवॉर्डेड टू अस. हाउ वी कैन विन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट? If we are not a good communicator, we cannot show ourselves, we cannot present ourselves effectively. Definitely during that 30 minutes of 1 hour presentation, even we are doing very good, even we have provided the pre-qualification documents and they are showing a good record, but somehow if we are failed to prove ourselves, or we are failed to satisfy those questions at this point, what will happen? A contract will be lost. We will lose that contract. Our business is also impacting on that. So that's why I am uh, I am emphasizing on that, because this is the thing through which I have got benefit in my life. This is the way I have developed myself, and I have uh, I have grown in earning also through this way. So if something which has come in my experience, I'm sharing with all of you friends who are listening me from any of the country, from all around in the world. So uh, if and nowadays it's a virtual world, even you are connected through different organizations, it's a very easy for you to understand those things, to connect with people, so develop yourself. Now what are the options you have for this, to developing yourself? What are the blocks in that block? The biggest block is that we don't have exposure. For example, a person who's sitting in the village somewhere in some country, in the third world country, in the village, normally the person doesn't have exposure to develop the communication skill. That is the main problem. Even in the cities also, biggest cities, you'll see that people don't have exposure. Without exposure, there's no shortcut of the experience. Without exposure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow ourselves in that. But there are there are blessings in the world now. Some of the organizations which are giving us those platforms, which are gathering the highly qualified and best coaches for us. You can say free for us, and those coaches are giving us evaluations and helping us. So connect yourself with those kind of organizations. Just like I personally took the benefit from Toastmasters, from John Maxwell. Even I'm member of Tony Robbins group also. Even I have taken I have invested in myself whenever I was going to Bob Proctor trainings, and also I am the member of Robin Sharma Nation. So these are all the investment, just like Fahad was also saying that. Fahad was uh, uh, giving the figure that is this huge amount he has spent on those trainings. So why? Those trainings are, you can say, those are not useless trainings. Those are training are developing myself. I remember I share with you one of the examples. One of the friend, I was talking with him. I was saying uh, that my friend, you should join this Toastmaster International. He said, why I should join this Toastmaster International? I don't need. I can talk. See, I'm talking with you. Why I joined it? He is actually manager in some organization. I just asked that person that, for example, today we are sitting here, you are getting call from your HR department, and they are saying you that my XYZ, my friend, you are fired now. Your job is gone. You're terminated. What you will do? He said, I will try to search other job. I said, this is easy in this market to find a job in such a level. Definitely it's not easy. In other words, we can say that what is your own value at that time? You don't have job. Our own value as a Ghulam Nabi, what is my own value? That is my own value is that whenever we are going to invest in the property, what we are developing, our property value is that. But in that, whenever we are investing in ourselves, we are developing ourselves. That is, in other words, what we are doing, we are increasing our own value. With that value, we are not dependent on the job, on the basis, on the anything, free of everything. So if we are valuable person, definitely we will, wherever we will be successful in everything. Doctor, what time I have now?
You got last minute.
Last minute. Thank you very much. So, with this message, I will be ending my this discussion with you guys, that uh, develop yourself and invest in yourself wherever you are. And now you are in the global village, and whenever you will invest yourself, you will see your value in whole village, in whole this global village means in whole this world. Thank you very much, and thanks for this opportunity, Dr. again and again, and thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sumro, all the way from Qatar. It was an awesome speech on communication, and definitely communication is my subject too. And we all are actually good communicators, and communication is a two-way skill. Speaking and listening. Speaking is sharing, listening is caring. People don't care how much do you know, but people do know how much do you care. So we have to keep our focus on that. It's not just about speaking. Same thing, you say the good part about your journey as a and career thing. So your career is for you paid for. You keep in your mind. Career is only you get paid for, but your calling is you are made for. So keep in your mind what is your calling, not the career. So you have to make sure if you have a calling, follow that, follow your passion, follow your purpose. So thank you very much for sharing your great ideas, and it was an honor and pleasure for all of us to have you here. And in the meantime, our next speaker is already here, and now we are moving towards another paradigm. And I see, especially in this COVID-19, we all are sitting on the virtual our at home desks, and you're speaking all day long, you're coaching, you're teaching, you're training, but you're losing your fitness. All right, I gained too much weight. I don't know what to do, but now we found another way how to get fit. So we have our next speaker. She is a cardio kickboxing champion. She's an instructor at Alka's Total Fitness. And she's making waves in the fitness world with her unique style and drive for the healthy lifestyle. Her three passions, including dance, kickboxing, and helping individuals reach their fitness goals. Alka is an accomplished professional dancer, completed both locally and internationally. She's truly enjoyed the high of dance performance, which in turn led to other forms of training, and her journey into the fitness world began. Today, Alka has a thriving studio empowering women to hone into their health and fitness. I don't know why she doesn't have for men, but let's find out. And let me welcome our next guest, Alka Sharma. You can unmute, Alka.
Well, thank you so much, Faisal, for that kind introduction. And thank you, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so honored. So, 2021 has been so challenging for every one of us as entrepreneurs. And so the only way that we have to survive and thrive in any industry that we're in is to pivot. So the fitness industry has really that's been attacked a lot. I mean, we are in the 4th lockdown, so the studio is still closed, but pivoting online is the only way that we have, so that, you know, that was the only way for me to survive. So what I want to talk about today is very appropriate, how to learn and to earn, how you're going to earn online, what you can do right here, right now, are some tips that I want to share with you. So these are the 5 main tips. So number one is when you go online, what are some of the things that you want to offer to your clients? So number one, you can start with having a studio that's going to be online. And so what do I mean by that? So it's like a hub. So you can have videos that you have downloaded that your clients can download. So these could be nutrition courses, these could be training courses that you want to have your clients can download as a PDF. And this will help clients, they could be anywhere in the world, that when they download as a PDF, they can pretty much, you know, look forward and get in the video, the exercise training and nutrition tips. So I'm very excited because fitness is my passion and I live and breathe fitness. So I am so looking forward. And Faisal, I do help men too. So we do have men that come to the studio, but fitness in general, I mean, everyone, we need to get from behind the desk because we're sitting for long periods of time. And every now and then what I advise my clients is to get up, is to get movement coming in. And what I do advise is stretch, because stretching will alleviate so much pain, whether it's back pain, hip pain. It is so essential that you take the time to stretch, incorporate stretching into part of your routine, because it allows you the flexibility and your joints are mobile. So number 2 is launching an app. Now, an app is very important because clients anywhere in the world, they have this app in front of them that you have your best programs where your clients have achieved great results, and you want to put that on your app. You want to put that online so they can look, whether they're on the treadmill, like they're working out from home, whether you're on the treadmill or any cardio equipment, they have the app in front of them that they can easily work out from. So anywhere in the world, an app is so amazing, so beneficial, so that when you can have, so what I like to say is that having a fitness app is like being on steroids, because clients can never get enough and they have your programs easily, like in front of them. So having an app is so important. And then number 3, they can have programs that are downloadable, that is so easy for them to track their progress. And tracking your progress is going to alleviate a lot of the guesswork, because everything is in that one hub. So how you can earn, so as a fitness trainer, how you can earn and learn is to know how you can pivot, and making sure that your clients get the most amount of value. And that is being creative, thinking outside the box, what you can do today to helping your clients all over the world to really hone into their fitness. And so that is having a fitness app that is going to be so vital, that you can have them download the programs and have it as a PDF, and you can have your online courses so that they can have it as a PDF and just download. Another way, point number 3, is another way that you can earn online is affiliate. Now, how many of you do affiliate marketing? Show of hands if you're into affiliates. So affiliate is a great program, because you can any products that you are selling, you can earn commissions. And so that is another form of income that you have on the side. So very common is supplements. You can have supplements, yoga mats. You can have resistor bands that you are selling online and become an affiliate. So what is the best way that a fitness trainer can earn online in 2021? Well, what you can do right now is to go on Google, find companies that have a standalone product that they are offering as an affiliate, and just become part of them, be involved. And so an affiliate is such an amazing tool. It is so beneficial that if you're looking to have an extra stream of income, affiliate programs is such a best way. So, and also what you can do is focus primarily on the groups of people that you want to surround yourself with, because having a part of your program that you really want the best for your clients, so is making sure that you are providing the best knowledge, you are providing exercise or nutrition to your clients so that they want to stay with you, they want to have. So how they can do this is to make it so easy, is to have, they can download or they can put it on an app. And so these are some of the tools that I really wanted to share because they are so beneficial. And now as a trainer, and if you are a trainer on this amazing platform, you will know that it is so difficult, I mean, especially at this difficult time, that we all had to pivot. And so these are some of the tips that I just really wanted to share, what you can do right now, and just be creative as to what you are offering and how people can really reach you and really get the best of you and for your programs. So I'm happy, Faisal, to take any questions.
We can open up if anyone would like to ask any question.
I think most people want to know this affiliate program. Are you have to be in the fitness industry, or do you have to understand the product itself in order to become affiliate?
No, not really. You don't have to be in the fitness industry. So affiliate marketing, you can be in any industry. It's just affiliate is just the best platform if you want to have an extra stream of income. So any company, you can just, you can just Google, find which companies are offering affiliate marketing programs and just be part of it so that you have extra stream of income. So it's like a side hustle to earn extra income.
Okay, anyone else would like to ask any question from Alka?
We are not from the fitness industry, but I know she is the queen of Alka Total Fitness. We have a number of people watching on our social media content. Perhaps they might wanted to ask you about this app that they can create, and with the app, they can put their exercises, their movement on it. Do you find it more beneficial than putting just videos on YouTube?
Yeah, an app is so good because I mean we have an app as Alka Total Fitness. We do have an app, and so the cool thing about an app is that they can easily find you. So if you're in the area, so my studio is just north of Steeles. So if anyone who's in the area in Thornhill, they want to know, they want to get a good workout in, they can just find me on the app and you can just sign up on the classes. So a cool thing with an app is that they can find you easily, so you're easily accessible. And that's why having an app is so that people can have easy access to you. So that's one less thing that if you're in a particular area, you want to have a workout in, is so that you are easily accessible and you can just sign up online. So signing up is very convenient. You want to make things convenient for people, for clients to really get a good workout, for you to be accessible. So app, you could do, you could do exercise, you could, do so many things that is going to be so good. So I would highly recommend to invest in an app so that you can keep your fitness progress. It's like having, one of those trackers or Fitbit, but having an app will also keep you accountable on your fitness goals.
Awesome. So how people can reach you if they would like to know more?
You could reach me on my website, alcastotalfitness.com. And I'm always happy to answer, help you along your fitness journey, whether man, woman. To me, it's just helping one another, helping you to reach your fitness goals. And I guess another thing, what I did want to mention, also you could do it on an app, but for entrepreneurs who will travel, and from next year, we'll all start to travel. But if travel is knowing what to pack, is having those things that are accessible. And so for me, for example, is have resistor bands, having things that you want to take with you, so that if you don't have time at a hotel gym, you have your hotel gym is part of, it's like a mini gym. So being creative and just utilize what's around you is really going to help you as well on your fitness journey.
Thank you.
So you can reach me at alcastotalfitness.com.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And a big round of applause for our Alka. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this pearls of wisdom, and we will be definitely reaching out to you. And thank you for all the instructions which you just gave us. We will try to follow that. And it's a pleasure and honor for all of us to have you here.
Thank you so much, Faisal. I so appreciate it.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are reaching at the last part of the meeting. And it's my time to speak, but I was speaking all night long with you guys. So I don't want to prolong this, my talk, and I will just say a few words and then I will be wrapping this up. Folks, this entire seminar was done just because of one reason. Like I said, we are going through this COVID-19. People are truly confused and frustrated and depressed. And we all are confined to our homes. No more social gatherings that many, although people are still doing that, but which is not recommended by any. So we are not, we have to follow SOPs. But again, life starts where the adversity comes in, and then you have to find a new way to live. The entire norms are changed. We are not going to go back to those same norms which we had before COVID-19. Obviously, the lifestyle will be different. We are going to live a quite different life, and everything happens for a good reason. God never, ever injustice with anyone. So he gave us a warning to correct ourselves, and now we have to re-strategize ourselves, reorganize ourselves. This is going to be the new normal life for most of the time for all of us. People are looking for jobs. They are not finding jobs. My friends, you don't need to look for jobs, because what job can do for you? Job can make only your living. Find a business that can make your generations. You are in the luckiest time of the entire planet in this world, where you have all the resources. We are speaking with each other from thousands of miles. We, like these speakers, we all are sitting in different countries, and we are speaking with Pakistani and Bangladesh and Indian people. So that shows you that you don't have to get out from that place to get a job. You can do something. Like we gave you a lot of different ideas. Fahad gave you some idea. Ghulam Nabi Sumro gave from Qatar. He gave you another idea. Rizwan told you something. Alka, Lizzie, Sugar Ray, all they gave you great ideas. Now it's your time to make a decision. Are you still looking for a job? Or you want to become an entrepreneur? You still like to be managed and organized by someone else? Or you want to take the charge of your own life? Because management or jobs where you will be managed by someone else. If you are not going to manage your life yourself, life is going to manage you regardless. So just get out of that comfort zone. Learn something new. Learn something valuable. Get out of your comfort zone. Reach out to these thought leaders. They are here to help you. They all are here to help you. That's why they are leaders. And leaders, they don't live for themselves. They live for others. That's why they are leaders. So this is an opportunity for all of you to get out of your comfort zone, reach out to these people, and find a new way to see. Let me tell you one thing. There is a success journey, not a journey to success. Keep in mind. To get on that success journey, not wait or not chase success, but be on that. Your life is itself is a success journey. It moves on. You're living a true life. It's not a rehearsal, please. Life is moving on. Don't wait. You don't have any choice to get on the bus or train. You are already moving. You are in the train. What are your plans? What you're looking in your future? Do you have any plan? And if you don't, find a plan. Find your passion. Find a purpose. Like Fahad said, you can steal somebody else's passion. Doesn't matter. But you can do in your own way. Because God never gives you what you look for. God never gives you what you wish for. God never gives you what you want for. God only gives you who you are. Be that person where you want to be. Change your thought. Change your mindset. Start thinking like everybody talked about Think and Grow Rich of Napoleon Hill. What he tells you. You have to think like a millionaire, and you will become a millionaire. And let me tell you one thing. It is already direct proportion how you help people. If you want to help 1,000 people, you will be in thousands. If you want to help 1,000,000 people, you will become a millionaire. If you want to help 1,000,000,000 people, you will become a billionaire. The service which you are going to provide, the help you are going to provide, more the people, more your net worth will be. So be that person. I would like to thank you, all my friends who came all over the world. Mr. MD Nazrul Islam, great friend of mine from Bangladesh. I truly appreciate your time and effort. I know it's too late there in Bangladesh. I also appreciate Lizzie, all the way from Canada. Thank you very much for joining us. It's an honor, and we learned and we love your speech. And I'm going to watch again and again this entire video. Then my friend, all the way from Austin, Texas, Mr. Sugar Ray, thank you very much. I truly appreciate you. Fired me up. I'm reaching out to you. 90 days, my book will be out. And otherwise, I'm going to not let you go. All right. Then, obviously, my brother from another mother, Rizwan Rashid, thank you very much. You're always my support, my help, and I believe you have a passion to help people, and you are always energetic, you are always enthusiastic. So I truly appreciate your help all. Then my friend Fahad Khan from Canada, who you saw the fire. He not only walked on the fire, he was jumping on the fire, and you saw that fire in his speech also. My brother Ghulam Nabi Sumro from all the way from Qatar, thank you very much for joining us. It was an honor and pleasure for all of us. And last but not the least, Alka, thank you very much for joining us. So I truly appreciate all of you to join this seminar, which was on a very short notice. It was not as organized as I wanted to be, but unfortunately, I had no choice. The person who works for my networking and all that, like my IT guy, uh, he is going through a challenge. His kid is on oxygen right now in ICU, so I couldn't force him and press him much more. But anyway, but this thing is not going to stop here. Let me make it very clear to all of you. We are going to go live periodically every 6 to 8 weeks. Are you okay with that? We would love to have you all on the board, and we are going to go together and we are going to make the difference, because world needs a change. World needs a change. We can change our world. God blessed us with some knowledge, some wisdom, some other skills. We have to spread it out. We cannot keep it only to us. We cannot confine. So thank you very much. I truly appreciate. And if anything in this entire show, if I made a mistake, please forgive me. Forget that, because I'm not a technically literate person. Like I mentioned you so many times, I never had a calculator when I grew up. But this COVID-19 taught me how to open up my computer and get on live. I never did it before. I was always traveling. I have been in 66 countries. I spoke there, but this was my first time speaking like in this COVID-19 on virtual. But I believe I'm getting better. Hopefully you liked it. Thank you very much. And God bless you. Thank you very much. So please turn on your camera so we can have a group photo. Let me go to the gallery view. All right. Everybody's here. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Let me take a screenshot so we can have this. Thank you very much. I love your smiley face, Sugar Ray. You the best. So thank you all, and hopefully we will be, I believe Fahad has mentioned that he is going to form a WhatsApp group for all of us, so we can be connected with each other, and we can actually have a little conversation for the future programs, whoever would like to manage, arrange, or facilitate. So we all can be there for him to help them and to share on our timelines and whatever our network is. So I believe you all will be okay with that. And so with this, ख़वातीन हज़रात, ये अब हमारा प्रोग्राम इख्तिताम को पहुंचता है। उम्मीद है आपको पसंद आया होगा, आपने इससे कुछ सीखा होगा। हमारी ख्वाहिश थी और हमारी बहुत पूरी कोशिश थी कि हम आपको कोई नई चीज़ें बता सकें, जिससे कि आपकी आने वाली ज़िंदगी में कुछ खुशाइन बातें हो सकें। उम्मीद है आपको ये सारे स्पीकर्स ने मुतासिर भी किया होगा, और जाहिर है ये तमाम वो लोग हैं जो अपने अपने फील्ड के माहिर कहलाते हैं और अपने अपने मुल्क में भी अपना एक बड़ा नाम रखते हैं। आम तौर पे इस किस्म के सेमिनार्स में जब लोग जाते हैं नॉर्थ अमेरिका में, तो हज़ारों डॉलर फीसें रखी जाती हैं, लेकिन हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि आप तक ये तमाम सहूलत, आप तक ये तमाम इल्म, आप सबके लिए ये तमाम नॉलेज हम फ्री ऑफ कास्ट आप तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। लेकिन इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आपको, देखें, सक्सेस का सफ़र, आपका ड्रीम इज़ फ्री बट जर्नी इज़ नॉट। कीप इन माइंड, ख्वाब तो मुफ्त है, लेकिन ख्वाब को पाने के लिए जो सफ़र करना पड़ता है, उसकी एक कीमत तो अदा करनी पड़ती है, ख्वाह वो वक्त की शक्ल में हो, ख्वाह किसी और शक्ल में हो। सो डोंट टेक इट सो लाइट। If you want to make your dream come true, you have to get out of your bed, because those are not the dreams which you are sleeping. Dreams are the things which you won't let you sleep. That's the real dream. Do you have that burning desire? Do you have that dream? And you do, here's your team backing you up. Come on. We have our hands stretched for you, all of you. Whoever would like to know something more or need our help, we are here to help you. Thank you. And just reach out to us on Facebook, or YouTube, LinkedIn, or Instagram. We are all over on the social media. So feel free to reach out to us and give, whenever you send a message, please don't expect that we are going to answer right off the bat, because I get 3,000 messages all over on my social media, and it's not possible. I'm a human being. And plus, I don't know how to run the computer. You have to understand that. All right. So I don't, I can't hire even a lady secretary who can handle for me. But feel free, please give a reference that you were on our seminar. So just put seminar so we can understand where you find us and where did we promise you. And when we keep our promises, all right?
Absolutely.
So we are the people who keep our promises. So make sure you remind us where the promise was made. All right. So feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please keep all of us in your prayers and the rest of the world. Hope you all will follow the SOPs. Don't take this corona so light. It's real. It's hurting. People are dying all over the world. So
well, I wanted to add, Dr. Saab, to thank you everybody for joining in and contributing to an amazing journey. I know I switched around a couple of languages, wanted to make sure everybody is addressed, and you wanted to be there. Love the energy, love the different ways in order to learn and the different ways to earn. There's a lot of potential out there, and you have to reach out to all these experts, and they are part of our the bigger world that you can reach. Today, you learned all about how to become a radio host, how to become a leadership training to go there, how to become an author and get in touch with publishers. So from author to authority, you're going there. You talk about being a coach or how to get to the coach, or like Fahad talking about entrepreneurship, how to become the entrepreneurs, or Ghulam Nabi talking about communication, how communication can excel you to get to the next level. And last but not the least, Alka, all about fitness. The people who are in close or in touch with the fitness industry can weigh different ways in order to go there. So she gave you tidbits. If you want to learn more to any of the individuals, go reach out to them, hire them as a coach, and then you will find, so not only the things you're just scratching or just trying to learn here and there, you got a whole manual in your hand, and then boom, here you go. Fantastic work, Dr. Faz, and I love the title Learn to Earn, and I love to collaborate with everybody, and I look forward to have more sessions like that so we can have more moving forward. Despite the COVID-19 is holding us back, we still can move forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless all of you. Please
have a
say
good
goodbye.
day.
Good day.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.